Okay, we've started recording. Welcome, everyone, to our E3 pre-show. It's supposed to be starting in about 17 minutes, according to the timer down there. I have no idea what to expect at this point, really. I do want to share one thing. I was about to talk about this, and then I decided I wanted to talk about this on camera, so to speak. So we actually have, as we usually do, a bingo card, which is down here. You can see it underneath that. Now, I actually spent more time and effort on this bingo card than I ever have before. I really sat back and thought about it and decided to make several of the points opposites of each other. So we've got, like, for example, where is it? Up there we have in column 4, row 3, audience actually enjoys themselves. And over here in column 2, row 5, we have empty, non-reactive audience. So there's a lot of deliberate crossing over on that. I also placed these via how likely I figured they would be. Because if you actually math out bingo, several of these are triple slots, some of them are double slots, and then one of them is a quadruple slot. That would be the one in the middle. So the 3 slots are less likely to happen. The quadruple slot is very unlikely to happen, and then everything else is a double slot. So we'll see exactly how we go here. We'll see. I'm actually pretty curious how this is going to end up going. And we're going to be doing it like this. Actually, I don't like that color. What's a good color? Is this nice and obvious? Nah, actually, hang on. Let's do, like, Bwong. Yeah, actually, I was thinking orange is not a bad idea. Let's try orange. How visible is that? What do you think? Peak. Actually, hang on. Could I do that? Well, at least some of them do, Hari. Hang on. Give me a second. I have an idea. Give me a moment. I gotta pull up a completely unrelated image in a completely unrelated program. There we go. So let's 100%. Oh, that's huge. It's too big. Okay, so let's see how big this needs to be. Oh, it's gargantuan. Ah! Ah! It's too big. Oh God. Okay, we're okay. Let's make that a little bit smaller. A little bit. Okay, so let's try this size. We'll just try a size randomly here. It needs to be a little smaller than that. So let's make it closer to here. Oh, you know what I could do? That's actually not a bad idea. Hang on, let's go over here. Let's do this. Let's grab this. Let's copy this. Pull this over here. There we go. Now I have something to compare it off of. You can't see the image editing I'm doing. Just give me a second, guys. Okay, so what we need to do, it's not going to let us do a cutout. So we're going to need to make this like a circle or a square. So if we put this, because if we just put this over here, it's just going to look like that. So it's just going to be like... Wah. It can't... I mean, I could try to do that. Sure, yeah, let's go ahead and try to make it transparent. That's going to take some effort. You're going to have to give me a second. I can do it. You're just gonna have to give me a second. So we're gonna have to just get rid of that entirely. Hello, Elwond. Tiny, irrelevant lore. That's me. Okay, I'm gonna need a little bit longer than a second, apparently. Lore Shock has been a great emote. That's been one of the biggest ones we've seen. See you around, Blue Wolf. Which one, Mukul? No, we're just about to start, Zedslayer. Where's... There it is. So let's just pull this over into here. Come on. Into... For God's sakes. Okay, fine. We'll do it manually, then. Why do I have to do everything manually? Okay, there, you stupid thing. And then we can do this and be like, woo. Okay, so, but in order to capture this for the stream, we're going to have to do really random stuff. Oh, hey, we've actually got a thing now. Stream starts in... It's like half an hour from now. Jesus Christ, really? Whatever. As you can see, it's saying this now. Okay, so hang on. Yeah, apparently, Dakota. Actually, no, I still haven't, Blackfall. Although I know it exists. I know it exists. So it's this one, right? Nope. Well, I hope you have fun with this, Jake Servo. That is kind of the goal. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I hope you'll have fun too, Alex. If you don't, that's what the stabbing's for. Yeah, I know who Larian is. I mean, Divinity Original Sin 2 is my favorite CRPG of all time, so... yeah. You gotta give me a minute, guys. More than a minute. You have to give me an uncertain amount of time. There you go. Boom. Perfect. Okay, so here's the bingo card again. I know what you're thinking. What? This is the exact same bingo card. Well, no, this actually is a completely different loadout and setup. Because this allows me to do something like this. Bwong. And now we're going to have this one. They're going to have this one down here. If I wanted, I could even make these transparent just to get really fancy. Hang on, so let's go ahead and like pull him up here. Let's just do a... no, not that one. I want... that. Flat... what do I got? Let's do it like, say, this much? Nah, that's too much. Then we could be like, patong. What do you think? Is that too transparency? Yeah, I know, Dakota. Shrug. Too much, okay. Well, we'll undo that then. Let's try this much. No. There we go. Alright, what do you think, guys? Any announcements I'm excited for? Nope! Okay, so we'll go ahead and just kind of get rid of him. And we'll make a new one, just in case we need a backup. There we go. Switch back over here. Super fake enthusiasm. Wait, hang on. Harriant would be unexpectedly great announcement. There we go. Ah, thank you very, very much, Harriant. As always, much appreciate your subs. Thank you. And if you give me a second, I will jot that down for Bloodstained. Oh god, it's Progue! Thank you very, very much, Progue. Although I'm not actually a big fan of Mind Flayers, so... But if you tell me what you want to put that towards, which doesn't involve Mind Flayers, I will totally jot that down. Are we up yet? Nope, it's still just sitting there. Like, I've got the volume up and everything. So, like someone said, what about Doom Eternal? I mean, we already know about Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal's coming out, like, sometime this year, or maybe next year. Like, that's not an announcement I'm excited about, because we already know. It's done. We're good. Anyways, thank you very, very much, Elwind. As ever and as always, much appreciate your subs. And you are also approaching the 2-year mark. Good gracious. So both Elwind and Progue... Okay, so hang on. Progue wants to put it towards Doom Eternal. And Elwind, do you know what you want to put that towards? Cyberpunk? I mean, I'm already sold on Cyberpunk, so unless it's a release date, I don't think I care. No, Thor, no! 5. And Progue is putting it towards Doom Eternal. Elwind is putting it towards Fire Emblem. Cord is putting it towards I Hate You, lore. 3786. Who says I Hate You, lore. There we go. Yes, Lore Week is still happening tomorrow. It will not be an E3 Lore Week. That will be next week. And Rax will actually be joining us for that. At least I hope he will be. But yes, tomorrow we're going to be having a very news-centric Lore Week. We're going to be discussing Phase 2 of streaming. Almost entirely, actually. So I hope a lot of you will be there for that. And we'll also be discussing Godzilla. Thank you very, very, very much, Renegade Devi. As ever. And as always, I do appreciate your support. Now, first of all, you didn't tell me what you wanted to put that towards. So, stab. But second of all, and arguably more importantly, you once put money towards a game called Biomutant. Biomutant is on the chop list. It's not happening. So basically you have another sub that you can redistribute, in addition to the one that you just gave. That goes for you too, Tazara, by the way. Although in Tazara's case, he actually put money towards Space Hulk Deathwing. Looks like I didn't get yours, Saldir. Tomb Raider. I am always technical difficulties. It's my job. In fact, actually, if any of these people are live right now, do me a favor and say something. Zed Slayer, Justin T, APM Nathan, The Count, Spinobi, Larians, Vila, Ked Viper, Lurker, and Wilson. Why is Biomutant not happening? For the same reason...
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Hang on. Renegadevi _ Dragon Quest Builders 2. So noted. And thank you very much, sir. Zed Slayer, you have a sub to redistribute as well. Everyone I just listed has money that they have donated that needs to be redistributed. I just realized I can't check my donations normally this way. I'm gonna have to pull up a new window. Hang on. I can do that. I can do that. We'll just do this. Whoops. And hopefully it's still working correctly. Let's check. Yep, okay, we're good. Hang on, I'll explain it in a second. I gotta look up who just donated, and I'm actually having trouble finding where I do that at. I'm gonna have to do this, aren't I? Alright, hang on, so let's put this over here. Ah! And then we put this here. Okay, it's from Anthony! Holy crap. Okay, thank you, Anthony Draft, very, very much for the donation that it took me a while to find, but I found it! As ever, much appreciate your support. I do hope that E3 will be a little enjoyable this year. I guess we'll find out. So you're putting that towards Spellforce 3. Anthony Draft. Spellforce 3. Okay. So to answer you guys' question, hang on, actually, Zed Slayer is putting it towards Black Mesa, so we'll redistribute that. The Count! You were on the list too. The Count, what do you want to put your sub towards? So let me explain why we're redistributing. Because every now and again we have... This has actually never really happened before, but this is a problem that has started becoming a thing. Every now and again we have to look at the... Like if someone says, hey, you should do a premiere run on Biomutant. And I'm like, okay, that looks okay. So I put Biomutant up on the... Oh, thank you, Sonic Doctor. I put Biomutant up on the premiere run list, and then a very small number of people donate a very small amount of money towards it. And then a year happens, Actually, honestly, we're probably going to chop that down to less than a year time. But basically, if enough time passes and nobody really shows any interest, then it gets chopped. Does that make sense? So, Space Hulk, Deathwing, Jurassic World Evolution, Biomutant Machinarium, Automation, and the Guild 3 are all chopped.
Oh, welcome. Pay close attention. Hopefully you'll learn something.
Who's donating? It's Zeiss! Damn it! Oh, okay, that's the wrong thing. Yes, I've already gone through Devil May Cry 5. Not yet, Baron. That will be tomorrow. Tomorrow is the formal beginning of Phase 2. That's going to be what most of our lore week's going to be about. So the Count... Hang on, let me jot these down really quick. The Count is redistributing his towards... something. I lost it. There it is. Spyro. So the Count is redistributed. Make sure I got the right amount. Yep, there we go. Nah, Harriet. And Tizara wants to reallocate his towards Tower of Time. It's funny, Tower of Time was almost one of the chopped ones. Very almost. Right on the border there. And I guess that's it. So, just to make sure I already covered this. So I don't see Kid Viper, I don't see Zvila, Larian, Spinobi, APM Nathan, or Justin T. All those people. So the reason it wasn't chopped is actually because we have a system where people can donate money, and I say, are you interested in everything? And they say, yes, I'm interested in everything. And then I put that towards something I'm interested in. I'm interested in Tower of Time. So in other words, the website isn't fully up to date yet, and several people have effectively put money towards Tower of Time. That's why that one wasn't chopped, because otherwise it would be. Make sense? Yes, the Count. That is entirely possible. It hasn't happened yet, but at the same time, let's see. I think Pokemon Oros? One of our runs that's like one of the higher priority runs is blue, but has a huge amount of money towards it. Maybe it's green with a huge amount of money towards it. So, you know, that is a thing that can happen. Anyways, okay, so now Zeiss... Did I chop down Zeiss's thing? No, I didn't. So Zeiss donated way too much money towards Black Mesa, which I'm actually legitimately looking forward to. So thank you very, very much, Zeiss. As ever and as always, much appreciate your support. Thank you. And I've potted that down towards Black Mesa. Yes, Prog, we're going to do a rock gym challenge, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. Where are we at? Is it still... We're still waiting. We're still waiting. Supposedly 15 minutes now. I got 15 minutes. What game can I beat in 15 minutes? No, Baron. Not only because of standardization, but because of time. Remember, time is taken into account in addition to money. Mario. I don't think I could beat that. Into the Breach would take too long to set up, because that's the Switch, and I'd have to switch things over. Hang on. Probably a NES game. Where's my NES? Where's my NES? I'm in a hurry now. Oh, God, I wasn't ready for this. We could do, like, what's a NES game, guys? What's a quick NES game that I'm not incredibly terrible at? I can't Jupo-op. You gotta remember what I'm capable of here. Balloon fight. What is wrong with you? Okay. Let's add Half-Minute Hero. I mean, I do actually really like Half-Minute Hero, but I'm not set up for streaming. I don't even have it installed right now. Let's shrink this down really quick. There we go. Okay. The NES Zelda? Oh, God. Yeah, sure. We could get wrecked at NES Zelda. Sure, why not? Why not? We're gonna die. I don't even know where I am. Looks like I'm at level nothing, so this is probably right at the beginning. I actually don't even remember what to do first in this game. It's been so long. Yeah, no kidding, Rex. Are you it? Nope, that's the healer, I think. Yeah, it's the healer. Yeah, I think I'm one of the only people in the world who legitimately likes Zelda 2. And this is why. Honestly, no, Harriet. Nintendo's policies are just all over the place. Actually, do I have a save here? Oh my god, I do. Oh god! I don't know where I am. I don't know the Grand Palace that well. I should probably heal. There we go. Oh, Zelda 2 has great music. Ah, I knew it was there, too. Did you see that? I was even trying to dodge the damn thing. Ground stab is the best move ever. I admit I'm probably pickier than most people I know about NES games. Like, there are some really good NES games, but they're in the minority for me. Really have no idea where. This is the beginning. This is the intro. This is the frickin'. Okay, hang on. I'm made to. I'm breaking through. You know that I have faith, Link. I'll wait, Link. I'll wait for you. Does that answer your question, Alex? Damn. Ah, I couldn't turn. God, that's hard. No, Miyamoto doesn't do any of the music. Koji Kondo does the music. Ah! Oh, right, I don't have the shield spell up. No wonder that didn't work. I can't believe you didn't, Rax. What the hell, man? See, I know I can make that jump. It's not over here. Oh well, back over this way. Run! Run! Anti-fairy! Anti-fairy! Oh, gee. You know what? Let's just. Hey, we're here. Ah! Yeah, I need to get over there, and suddenly we're up here. Oh, God, it's right there. I do. I have everything. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, God, it's the good senator. Ah, run. God, jeez, I don't know, Baron. I've never even thought about that. Damn it. How would you do it? Anyways, thank you very, very much, the good senator. You can't see me bowing, but I swear I'm doing it. As ever, I really much appreciate your donations, your subs, your everything. But so, do you know what you'd like to put that towards? If you have an idea, you can be like, I want to put that towards such and such, and I will do that, and it'll be awesome. Right, shield spell. Right. Not having the shield spell really sucks. I mean, I have the shield spell, but I don't have the mana for it. You got it, good Senator. Let me jot that down really quick. Where's my notes? There they are. God, I'm going to have to update the website like crazy tonight. Senator Cyberpunk. I'm excited for it, Pico, but I'm a weirdo. Where are we at? Supposedly about 7 minutes till they start here. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't mean to sound negative, but the Stadia thing can go to hell. Like, it's really rare for a game to be announced, and then, or for a thing like that to be announced, and I'm already negative about it, as I've already covered on Lore Week. And then they give me more details, and I am less interested in it. I don't think I can make this. Nope. I don't think I have the magic for that. Nope, I don't. The Stadia stuff, Prog. I mean, I could jump. That's not gonna work. Yeah, the Stadia thing can go burn, as far as I'm concerned. Tell you what, guys, after Operation Bellhammer, after I successfully fix the world's infrastructure, then we'll go ahead and implement Stadia. That sound cool? That's gonna totally kill me. Hurry. More to the... Right, there we go. Run, 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 run. The big problem with Stadia? Everything. I'm not even joking. For crying out loud, I know I can make this jump. Hang on. Oh, this is going to be a really irritating jump. Why don't I just do this? It's okay, it's not death. But it will be if I'm not careful. But no, I'm kind of serious. So first and foremost, you don't own your games, which sucks. Oh, come on, I didn't hit jump early enough. Super dead. But yeah, first of all, you don't own the game. Problem number one. Second problem is the sheer ridiculous amount of bandwidth that it requires. And the... Okay. How many of you have ever played with a wireless controller with a couple milliseconds of delay? I have. How much has it sucked? Obviously, that doesn't work. That's not a problem for every type of game, but you try to play, for example, a Mega Man game with that kind of delay, and that is awful. Now I want you to imagine the Stadia setup, and then I want you to understand why I have problems with that. Like, the way they're doing the controller sucks, in my opinion. Oh, that's not cool. That's not cool. The way they're doing the controller sucks. The amount of pipe they're requiring sucks. The fact that you don't own it sucks. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly, Plutonia. Yeah, no, Stadia is an idea that'll be neat in like a decade. And I don't even think I'm exaggerating on that one. I have actually talked to network experts about Stadia. No, seriously, I have. Because I was curious if I was just completely off base. And they're like, yeah, maybe in 10 years. In some areas. Oh my god, it's Undertale all over again, except worse. With less story. Okay, now we're going to lure him, now that we've got a path. Oh, come on! Ah, there we go. Turn! Turn! Ah! Why is Google doing this? I don't know how to predict Google anymore. I'm serious. Once upon a time, a lot of what Google did made perfect sense. Honestly, and this is me being sincere, I actually think that what Google's doing is just throwing stuff at the wall. That would explain a lot of their approach and marketing strategy over the last several years at this point. Oh, Jesus. No, wait. No! No! Ah! Wait. Okay, we did it. We despawned him. No, he's there! He's there! Oh, God! Okay. I guess you can't see my face, but I was trying to process how much. Thank you, Darth Tyron. Thank you so much. That is way too much money. Thank you very, very, very much. I don't even need to double check that because bits go through immediately. Unlike donations where I have to sit on it for a month. Why are you guys talking about Black Mesa? He already told me what he wanted to put it towards. In case you're wondering, he said he wanted to put it towards Spyro and Tower of Time. Well, I guess Spyro's getting jumped up on the list, which is probably a good thing. I know what you're thinking. Why, Lore? Well... Still in the wrapping. Yeah. Yeah, I already bought it on faith. A lot of people were interested in the Spyro thing. That was a pretty safe bet. You can't see me again. Thank you, Darth Tyron. Thank you so much. Oh, they're starting. Holy crap. Okay, so hang on. Let's kill this. Where's the stream? Nope, that's not it. There it is. Okay, God. Crash? No, I haven't brought Crash at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you again, Darth Tyron. You suck. And you're awesome. What? What? There we go.
We all gotta move. We gotta move. The fans are lined up. The doors are almost open. This is EA Play. What's up, everybody? I'm Greg Miller, and we are doing things a little bit differently this year. Instead of one giant show, you are getting deep dives into all the games you love every hour. Now, you can watch them all. You can tune in for your favorite games. You can turn it off right now, but I wouldn't suggest it, because of course today we're looking at Star Wars Jedi Fallen
Got it. Turning it off right now.
Legends, Battlefield 5, FIFA 20, Madden 20.
That's
6 shows, people.
Before I forget, Darth Tyron, I want to give you a formal bow. Thank you so much.
Because we've got more gameplay than ever.
Thank you.
Golden Boy.
I'll be bringing you Apex Legends Season 2 reveals.
Apex Legends, the game people already have stopped caring about.
New legend live on stage.
Great. Adam Rank, quickly, what does Madden 20 have for us?
Gameplay, Greg.
Okay, I meant quick, but not that quick.
Okay, well, we've got an exclusive first look at gameplay.
Okay, that was actually kind of cool. I like that.
X-Factor abilities, face of the franchise. We got Patrick Mahomes throwing sidearm. We got some dead.
How's the volume?
Now Freeman, Hardy, Battlefield 5, news?
We've got loads of it! Brand new maps and, of course, some new updates to reveal.
Really don't care about Battlefield.
Even more surprises at the end when we reveal.
No spoilers. In Freeman, you might want to touch yourself up too. Golden Boy, we're back to you. FIFA 20, talk to me.
FIFA dropped their reveal trailer this morning announcing Volta Football. Later today, I'll have all the new details on FIFA 20, and some very special guests will give you even more info on Volta.
That's good. Also, you should call your mom more often. I mean, it has nothing to do with FIFA 20, but it's just good advice for you and everyone watching. Okay, now, Julia, you're also hosting The Sims. Tell me what you've got in 3 words.
Brand new pack reveal.
That's 4 words. Now win me back by telling me what you have in store for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Why are you asking me? It's your show.
Right, we have 15 minutes of exclusive, never before seen gameplay, and I am so excited to sit down with Vince, Stig, find out all about this Star Wars game. But ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We are mere minutes away, folks. This is your
Yeah, this is actually surprisingly decent, especially from EA.
perfect degree you want. launch.
This is bizarre.
Starts soon. All right, guys, this is it. They can be organized better. You're doing a great job brooming. All right, you take 5. Plant guy, can see more hustle out of you.
We'll see what they actually got when we get to the real stuff. Oh, here's the actual live feed. 12 minutes. So now we got 12 minutes. Yes, I do, Sonic Doctor. Hang on, let me look at my thing here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it forward so I can just bring it up at will. Let's see here. Where's that? So let's get rid of that. Let's see. I actually have awful pre-show here. But that doesn't qualify. They've done so much worse than that. Oh yeah, several of you have asked why Reggie Fils-Aimé is on here. Because he's Reggie! Because he's Reggie. Any question? I mean, come on. So, nothing so far. Nothing so far. I'm gonna mute this. There we go. Because I don't know what this song is, and I'm not sure about that. It's just playing this random. It's just. It's just doing this. So whatever. Hopefully the new volume works well for you guys. I thought about it, Rax. I thought about it, but then I thought, you know what? Reggie is awesome. Because he is. Look, I'm sorry. I have had respect for Reggie for many years. He comes across as a little awkward when he's faking it, which is really weird because the man is actually really genuine. Anytime you see Reggie go off script, he's kind of awesome. And he's a total geek. And I respect that. I always will. But yes, Reggie is actually one of the worst people about the hands thing. He really is. Reggie and Evil Man, I can't think of his name, the CEO of EA, those two are like the biggest hands guys. They will do this. Like Reggie has a whole pattern. You know what I'm talking about. If you ever watch him, he does this whole pattern he does. Is it Wilson? Hang on. I actually have him twice here. It's that guy over there, not the Nintendo guy. Actually, that's Sony. Sorry, but that guy over there in the corner. It's the guy who looks like a Bond villain. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. He looks like a Bond villain. He comes out, very pressed suit, color coordinated, slicked back hair, and he's like, yes. Today, we here gonna be all about. Yeah, Andrew Wilson. I was right. It's Andrew Wilson. Okay. What do we got? 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Back to Zelda. No, I'm kidding. I already closed it. Oh, you know what I could do? Yeah. Hang on. Here we go. We're gonna play the Switch live, but I can't stream it, so we're gonna play this here. Can you hear this? I'll turn the volume up a little bit. Here we go. Okay. What? I forgot this section. I forgot which stage I was on, actually. There we go. Alright, anyone can guess the... Really? That has been happening. Okay. I have a backup plan. And that backup plan is called Stop Using YouTube. That means we gotta readjust here, though. Hang on a second. Always have a backup plan. Alright, so we gotta adjust, so let's get rid of this over here. No, this doesn't count as technical difficulties. I've had YouTube streaming issues before. Like, quite a few, actually. That's why I had Twitch ready to go, right there. And all I have to do is readjust the cropping, and we'll be good. Boop. Done. See? Bam. Ready to go. Honestly, of the NES Marios, even though Mario 3 is demonstrably a better game, I have a lot of fondness for Mario 2. I actually really hope to talk about it. If anybody ever wants to fund an in-depth classic of Mario 2, please fund an in-depth classic of Mario 2. That would really make me happy. There's a lot to talk about in this game. At least I think there's no! Totally didn't just die. We're cool. We're cool. Lost Levels is an expansion pack that I actually don't have a lot to say about. But if you ever want to fund an IDC of it, we can do that. It's probably going to be more negative than base Mario, I'll warn you there right now. You know, every time someone makes a joke about Mario 2 not being a Mario game or whatever, I kind of look at them a little bit weird. You guys know this was actually made by the same team, right? As the Mario team. Seriously. They made it in preparation for a festival. I forget the name of the festival. And then they were like, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and make it into a Mario game. We've already got the pieces of a surprisingly good game here. Let's use it. So they did. Yeah, for those of you not aware, Doki Doki Panic, I forget the full name of the game, actually did come out in Japan, like I said, festival. There we go. What's funny is the differences between the two are actually pretty minor. But Super Mario 2, see you around, Rex. Super Mario 2 is actually a lot more polished than Doki Doki Panic. If you've ever seen Doki Doki Panic actually play it or played it yourself, you know what I'm talking about. It looks like a beta almost for a game. Probably because they're making it in such a hurry for that festival I mentioned. You made Kojo Doki Doki Panic, that sounds right. What level am I on? Do I have Battletoads on this? I don't think I do. Oh, I know where I am. I know where I am. I know what you're thinking. Lord, why do you have Super Mario Bros. 2 basically ready to go? Well, you know how I was practicing Super Mario Bros. 1 in preparation for an IDC of it? Well, there's your answer. Oh, yeah, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. What else we got on here? So, this is technically a better Mario game. Like, it is. In almost every way, this is a superior Mario game to Mario 2. But I admit I've always had a little bit more personal fondness for Mario 2 than Mario 3. Alright, I want you to track with me what I'm doing in the game, just from audio, because I'm sure most of you can actually do that. Like Sonic Doctor. He knows what I'm doing. Hopefully. Oh god, this is so awkward to hold. There we go. Alright, what did you do, Sonic Doctor? Thank you very, very much, Sonic Doctor. As always and as ever, I do really appreciate your subs. And I will absolutely put that down towards that hypothetical IDC for Mario 2. And by hypothetical, I mean we're going to add it to the list tomorrow, because tomorrow is the official formal beginning of Phase 2. Just checking the list to see if Mario 2 is on here. Nope, it's not. So this is from Sonic Doctor, IDC, Mario 2. Mini Nations. So Mini Nations actually take up a weirdly large amount of time to do. And that's why I haven't done them, because I've been so focused on streaming and, you know, the main YouTube stuff. The idea is whenever I have spare time, I want to get Mini Nations done. But honestly, right now, my spare time is going to the theater. So they will happen. I mean, I've committed to it. But what's probably going to happen is I'm going to take a few weeks just kind of off and just crank out Mini Nations for those few weeks. And then just throw them all up. Because while I don't have a lot of production values in the Mini Nations, they do still take up time. About 40 minutes per episode, give or take. So, yeah, since my exercise regime has completely changed since the way I used to, because the old regime was actually making me gain fat. Yes, really. So now I'm going to go ahead and just set aside time. Because the point here, Anthony, is like, it takes no time compared to other thing else. And you're right, 40 minutes per episode is not that long. However, like, I want you to sit and look at how many seasons are in Rebels. Think about how many episodes are in Rebels. Multiply that by 40 minutes, and you see why I'm, not really focusing on that, because that's going to take just an inordinate amount of time to do. I will do it. In fact, I actually am probably going to start recording some of those sometime now that we're into Phase 2 streaming. I haven't decided when exactly, but that is going to be a thing that happens. I don't know is the honest answer there, Max Time. We're opening the floodgates for next year's Friday Ruminations in October.
California. Now we're doing things a little bit differently this year. Instead of just one show, you're getting every half hour a deep dive into one of the games you love. You can watch them all. You can turn off the stream right now. You can tune in for just your favorites.
Turn on the stream. Okay, if you insist.
Apex Legends is bringing a new weapon, a new mode, a new battle pass, and even a new legend. Battlefield 5 has tons of new maps to show off, plus some surprises. FIFA 20 has a brand new way to play, plus a bunch of game updates you've been shouting for. Madden 20's got gameplay pack, deep dives into all new features, including those awesome new X Factor abilities. And The Sims is unveiling a never-before-seen pack, along with a few new surprises.
If Sims 4 doesn't have Raid and Snow, I will be very upset.
Off with the latest on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, including 15 minutes of world premiere, never-before-seen, first-look exclusive gameplay. So get ready.
So this is probably the only thing anyone actually cares about. Is this. I'm going to go ahead and pull the chat off if they show gameplay, just as a heads up. Not for this. This is just a trailer. Did you know that trailers exist?
What's up, EA Play? How are you, Los Angeles? Come on, Hollywood. That's what I like to hear. What's up, my fellow Jedi? I'm Greg Miller, and today we're talking Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We've been waiting you know what? We're talking about Star Wars. Yeah. We've been waiting so long for details on this game. I can't believe it. Can you believe it, LA?
I mean, it would be nice to finally have a Star Wars game.
Get things started. We
haven't had one in years.
Vince Zampella and the director of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Stig Asmussen. Everybody give it up for Vince and Stig. Come on.
I am dead serious, Anthony.
Get in there. How you doing?
Battlefield 2 came out, what?
Give me the hug, Vince.
2 years ago? 3 years ago? Something like that?
Yeah. Please, keep it going. They're making a Star Wars game.
Hey, Blue Monty.
Guys, welcome to EA Play.
Thank you. What a great welcome.
How are you feeling right now? No pressure. You're just about to announce maybe one of the biggest, if not the biggest, games of your lives.
I'm going to let Stig answer this one.
You're supposed to answer this one.
Off script.
So off.
Oh, yeah, we're totally off script. They gave me cards. That was the dumb
officially off
idea.
script.
Nobody cares.
Sorry.
Awesome to be here. I mean, it's EA Play, it's E3, it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really get any bigger than that.
Yeah, this is something that Stig and I have been envisioning for years, to see it come to life and be able to show you guys 15 minutes of gameplay today. Uncut.
All right. So everybody's anxious to see what this 15 minutes is going to be.
Yeah.
For somebody watching right now who's just a FIFA fan, they don't know anything. What is happening? What is this game all about, Vince?
This is a single-player action-adventure game set post... Oh, yeah? Huh?
They're not dead, everybody!
Wow.
Set post-Order 66 after the events in Episode 3, when all the Jedi were hunted down. Well, not all. When the Jedi were hunted down and eliminated.
So, Stig, that's the nutshell of the entire game. What are we about to see? Where are we at in the game right now for context?
Okay, so Cal's, like, this takes place maybe about 3 hours into the game.
Okay.
So Cal's built himself up. He's not a lowly Padawan anymore, but he's not a full Jedi yet.
Sure.
Like Vince said, this is unedited. We had one of our star players, Blair, over there.
That's it right there!
This is an expert playthrough.
Okay.
So we're going to see some really cool stuff.
He practiced a few times. 2 or 3, Blair? 2 or 3? Yeah.
2 or 3 dozen.
It takes place on Kashyyyk, which
Okay.
is the Wookiee planet.
Of course.
And Cal's on a mission to restart the Jedi Order, and it takes him here to Kashyyyk. And the Wookiees have been enslaved by the Empire, who's basically siphoning the planet for all its resources to build up the Imperial war machine.
Got it. All right, so I brought out my phone.
I'm
Now-
sorry, what resources are on Kashyyyk other than slaves? Sorry.
Yeah, they are all through with us talking. They'd like to see the game. We've gone on long enough. We're not going to drone.
Let's do it.
Vince,
Well, let's roll.
would you like to kick it off?
Let's go!
Xbox. Sorry. Dice. Meh. That is, yeah, that's definitely on an Xbox. That would actually be funny, Leo Tamer. Okay, kind of Uncharted-y so far, but I'm with it. I'm with it.
Jedi, over here.
How do you know he's a... I guess he's got a lightsaber.
Imperial Sap Refinery lies dead ahead.
I can't think of his name. Saul Carrera.
What does the Empire want with tree sap? Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing to expand production. We have to stop them. That's the plan. We don't know their end game, but they spread themselves too thin. This map we recovered proves it. Here you go, bud. These refineries double as brutal prison camps. We use those cutters to create a distraction, while you take your lightsaber and free the Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire. Understood. Watch yourself in there.
You hear that? He said he needs my help. Come on, buddy.
So here's the in-game map. Mission objectives. Path. You know, why don't the actual in-movie holograms look that good? With actual highlights for stuff? Force push. I'm with it. I didn't see a resource go down when he did that. Also, extremely minimalistic HUD. I wonder what the 4 is. Do you see that over there? There's our distraction. Yeah, the cutscene ratio is pretty high, which shrug. There's another force push.
Over there. One of the cutters turned on. Are you running some kind of drill? We should call it in? Well, that'd be a breach of protocol. If there's a disturbance, their squad should call it in. Yeah. Better do this by the book. Movement.
So target health is the white bar. I'm not sure what the blue bar is. Looks like the blue bar is mana. So that's the force bar. Looks like it refills out of combat. Like, just... Which is good. Theoretically. Although you're right, it looks like it's refilling extremely fast. That's only like a 3-second delay before it refills. Anyone familiar with Jedi Knight, you're going to have to explain to me how this combat works compared to that game, by the way. I really don't remember the JK series. So now we have someone who can actually block our attacks, or if you notice, the earlier guys basically couldn't block at all. So, health. I like that he has a counter for force pulling. That's really neat.
Never seen a trooper like that before. You gotta get these Wookiees out of lockup. Keep moving, Jedi. Base open. Go.
Think you can help me, BD?
So, the 4 is health packs. Because you notice we're down to 3 now. Transition. Loading screen is what that just was. I was actually thinking the same thing, Takoida. Looks like there is a form of stealth. He's not really trying it, but you notice nobody noticed him until he actually attacked the trooper. Yeah, the music is Star Wars-y without just being tracks from the movies, which I'm actually in favor of. Way too many Star Wars games just use the music from the movies. That was true for a long time.
You sure you want to plug into this thing? Okay.
I'm really feeling the Uncharted directorial style with the camera work. I don't know how much of this is player-driven camera and how much of this is game-driven camera. Because he practiced this, so he probably knows what to showcase. So it could be either.
No idea that was there, did you? You just wanted to turn that cutter on.
So there's the Jedi speed, Jedi pull. So, stealth, like I mentioned earlier. Until he got close. Yeah, I'm not sure either, Takoida. I mean, I agree with you, Max Time. I would be okay with an Uncharted Star Wars. And that is kind of what this is looking like. Nah, these don't bother me. I agree, Huthor. That would be an awesome feature. I'm not sure what I think about the lock-on mechanic. And by that I mean the lock-on HUD. Have you noticed that? There's a little red dot that shows up on whatever you have locked on at the time.
Patrol the base. Got another breach down here. Some kind of webbing. Hey, who's that?
So, audio logs by force sensing the last few moments of their life. Execution attacks. Also looked like a counter. I'm thinking it's just force speed, the slowdown thing that he's done a few times. Because he force held, and then he force sped to get across it in time. And of course, the Prince of Persia thing.
Oh, this is it. At least we have the high ground. What was that?
Really?
Reporting a live cutter near the cell block. Immediate aid requested. It's breaking through and destroying everything.
I've been trying to figure out how the blaster reflect works. It doesn't look like it does anything, really. Like, it looks like it's free, basically. Oh, that's true. It does drain the perimeter. Which makes sense. We can only block so much. That would be great, Uthor. I would be with that. There's another Shadow Trooper. It's actually a form of high-frequency plasma, Alex, but shrug. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of digging this, guys. I really am. So you get one free hit on someone who has stasis.
Little help.
Gotta get the Bacta.
Need to slice this. No guards.
Yeah, I haven't really seen him do a lot of blocking or parrying to the Shadow Troopers. I'm curious if that's even available. He usually just gets hit.
Hey, we're here to free you. You're not alone.
Visitation is not permitted.
How did you not notice that coming? I mean, that was extremely audible. Ignoring, you know, the Force and all that. But, okay. Suddenly... Xbox. That is not true.
What do we think? What do we think,
Let's
EA
bring
Play?
chat back up.
Yes, that's what I wanted, the little boy. Guys, congratulations. That looks pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I have a million questions, and I know we're short on time as always.
I'm with it.
Point out, though, in the Twitch chat, Gwyn96 says, that's frickin' cool. But he didn't use frickin'. How does it feel to, I think, deliver, right? Like, you guys liked it, right? I think I was looking at the Twitch chat. There's a lot of people who liked it. Like, what does that feel like to finally show this game?
Oh, it's great. I mean, being involved with this team, Stig and his team have done an amazing job. They've put so
I
much.
mean, I think we could fairly put this down as a premiere run whenever we have something like a release date.
Dream come true.
What do you guys think?
Great, huge shout out to the team. Everybody.
Thanks,
worked on-
guys.
Everybody who busted their butts on the demo, but also the whole game. The whole game is coming together right now. So it's an amazing feeling. I'm just so proud to be up here, and I hope
Next
that,
year or 2
Star Wars
years?
fans understand that we're really doing our best to try to honor the brand.
I mean, I think from go ahead, clap now. I'm gonna stop you. Whenever you want to clap for him, you clap for him. I think that's pretty evident from it. And I liked when we introed, you guys were talking about the fact that this is a skilled person playing it, right? We all see it and we think it looks awesome. What are we missing by not having our hands on the controllers? Like, what do lightsabers feel like?
I mean, it's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Like what?
Because it looks like it's got weight to it, and throwing it and catching it, right? Like that's the impact I think I want from it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's really satisfying. I mean, the game itself, it's thoughtful combat, as Stig likes to call it. It's what you saw was a really good player.
Yeah.
Right. So
He's
you'll
right
have
over
to
there
work up
again.
to
He'll
that
give out
stuff.
autographs after this panel.
So you can block, parry, deflect. Like
Yeah.
we want the combat to feel really good for people to go in and be able to like be part of that and size up the enemies when things feel right. It feels really good.
Yeah, it's also about the enemy arrangements as well, like what enemies we're putting you up against, how you go in and use your tools to take them down. But it's not just lightsabers; it's the Force as well.
Sure. Well, that's part of this. You were talking to me last night about it, right? This thoughtful combat. And the idea that when I watched the demo initially, my thought was, oh, these are canned animations, right? I'm doing a force grab and stabbing the guy, and that's all. I hit R1 and that happened. That's not that way.
No, it's all freeform.
So, like, you can go back in and replay things and do it differently, or you and I would have different
Absolutely, and actually the enemies react to each other in different ways. You saw the flame troopers fighting against the spiders. You could sit as bystander and just kind of watch that fight if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get any skill points if you do that. And it's not any fun either. It's fun to watch sometimes, but it's a lot more fun to play.
You talk about the skill points. Are those going into the force abilities?
Yeah, so we're going to have the classic abilities. We're going to have push, pull. We've got what we call force flip, which is essentially double jump, which is nice because that's something that makes sense in Star Wars, a Jedi actually doing a double jump. But we have one unique expression of the Force that you saw in there, which is slow, which is a little bit of the glue between force, push, and pull.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. I think I thought you couldn't top my favorite moment in the demo, right? Where you come around the corner, grab the stormtrooper, force pull the stormtrooper, stab him, but when you force pulled the stormtrooper and walked him into the bolt, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite. I think the first time I saw that, I freaked out a little.
No, you actually said it better be in the demo.
Well, you did it. You delivered. Tell me about the enemies we are seeing there, right? Because that's one of those things I feel like we're talking a lot about, seeing things a lot about, is we're running through the environment. You had different things. You had your normal stormtroopers. You had non-normal stormtroopers.
Yeah, and this is just a small portion of the game, by the way. So there's a lot.
No, that's the whole game.
That is the entire game.
That is not.
That's wow.
No.
Surprise.
No.
But we got our classic stormtroopers. We've got the scout troopers who you saw equipped with kind of melee charged weapon. We've got the flame troopers, but we also have the purge troopers whose task is to basically hunt Jedi.
Yeah.
Soften them up before the Inquisitors come in.
And like we're seeing right here, right? Like this bad.
That's the
MF
purge trooper.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like so.
New that the team created.
In.
Yeah.
There you go. Adding to the Star Wars lore. Why we're pointing at one guy? Did he create it? Just that one man did?
Yeah.
It was a team effort that you led the charge.
I thought these were just dark troopers, but what the hell do I know?
Good job, Jordan. Everybody greet for Jordan.
Yeah, I noticed, Dakota.
So we're going through, and you have these new stormtroopers. You have your fire troopers. You have one of my favorite droids of all time coming back.
The KX.
And then making me fight him?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, you do.
No.
Trust me, you do.
I do?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then, talk about the other star of this 15-minute demo, right? The new droid. BD1.
There he is right there.
No, BD1. BD1's in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, BD1. He's adorable, as I'm sure you know. I immediately want him as a backpack. So
He is cute.
if you're talking to me in the licensing department, that'd
All
be
right. We can make
What
that
does he
happen.
do in the game, right? Excuse me, we're hosting a panel. You can keep it down over there. What are the traits? What are we using as? Is he just flair? Am I using him for different things?
Like story-wise, he's Cal's companion. He's
Yeah.
an explorer droid, which is perfect because Cal's on this mission
Sure.
for survival that's taken him to all these savage planets. BD sounds for Buddy Droid 1, which is
That's Respawn. That's
Yeah, I
Respawn.
mean,
I don't think I didn't notice the wall running either. I'm like, well, yeah, Respawn made this game. Yeah, okay.
definitely inspired by BT,
Yeah.
but the name ended up sticking.
Yeah.
So, one of the cool factoids is his voice is authored by the legendary Ben Burt.
Oh, nice.
Who did all the main sound designer in the original trilogy and beyond. But he can hack doors, computers, as we saw in there.
So just scan some stuff there.
Yep. Scan
Opening
the
doors.
environment for like environmental storytelling, learn more lore about the planet.
I saw him shooting out health packs. Is
Yep.
that a canned animation after a fight? Is it a button I'm hitting?
It's player input.
Okay.
Whenever
Is there,
they
like, a
want.
cooldown on it?
Whenever they want, BD will eject a stim pack.
Okay.
There's a limited amount that you
Okay.
can find more over the course of the game, and you're actually in that moment. You're defenseless, so you got to choose wisely when you're going to do it.
Okay. We've seen the gameplay. Without spoiling stuff for me, what's going on in the story? Like, obviously, Cal, I thought he was going to be way weaker as a Jedi. You know, just tell me the whole story. What A to B, Stig, how's it go? What's the ending?
Well,
Actually, you know what? Stop. Full stop. I can't believe I've gone this long in the panel without asking. Is Watto in this game?
Sorry, I can't say.
But that's not a no! Hashtag Watto 2019. I'll be retweeting them all after this panel. Thank you very much. But what's going on in the story outside of Watto should be in it?
Well, you know, story's a really big deal to us. We created this with Lucasfilm. We got to keep a really tight lip on it. So I don't really
Great
want to
panel.
go
It's over. Everybody
far.
go home.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, the story's
Gotta save
good.
it.
Okay. I know one of the things a lot of people have been asking, right? I'd put up stuff on Instagram saying, hey, give me questions. Community wanted to know, this is Star Wars canon, right? You
Totally
said,
canon.
Okay.
Totally legit.
Okay.
This is a real, Cal's a real character.
Yeah.
You saw Gerrera in there.
Has that ever happened before?
You know, obviously part of the Star Wars universe. Seer, Cal's mentor.
Yeah.
They're all going to live in other places.
Okay, that's great. Vince, how's that feel? No pressure.
It feels great.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we have.
You act like it's so nonchalant. You're making a Star Wars
A game being officially declared part of the current canon.
I'm just like shocked to be up here.
Because that's been the approach for the entire AU, honestly, is to try and make sure all of this is part of the same thing.
The other big community question I've seen a lot is, it's a Star Wars game, and Star Wars games in the past have allowed us to go light or dark. Is that a choice here?
No.
Like, the AU has been pushing for that.
Why not?
But I'm actually not sure any of the EU really was pushing for that.
No, I think it goes
Because
back.
the EU games actually contradict each other. And the books!
He has to fill a certain role so he can be used in other places.
So, in other words, what I'm trying to say is that the EU stuff was canon, but it wasn't officially designed and crafted to be canon.
Are excited for it. Is the idea that this is a Star Wars
This feels like it was actually crafted to be canon.
and a lot of walls to run on. Vince Stick, anything you want to say to the fans before we let
And
you
that's
go?
true. Battlefront 2 EA was that as well.
Just thanks for the support. The energy here is great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic.
Greg's showing
Thanks
us
for
some
coming
stuff
out.
online. Like everyone's reacting.
These guys are amazingly awkward, by the way.
The team, badass. Thank you guys.
Go team.
All your hard work. Now we just have to finish. Can't wait to bring it to you guys. There's so much more that you haven't seen yet. I can't wait to show you.
Believe it or not, there's so much more. There is more at the Microsoft conference tomorrow.
That's right.
Vince Steak, thank you
Cool.
so much for coming.
We'll be
out.
covering that, of course.
15th can't come soon enough. For those of you here at EA Play, the Respawn team has brought even more gameplay for you to check out over in the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Theater. And for those of you at home,
Extended.
I was about to do a bit. For those of you at home, you will stay tuned for Apex Legends.
Yeah!
I mean, yeah, I will. It's my job.
Thank you for the yeah. I was like, that's the corniest joke I put in this thing. No one's gonna laugh. Hey, everybody, I'm Greg Miller. Thanks everybody for watching. We got more EA Play for you now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Force Unleashed was not canon. All right, so I'm leaning towards positive there. It looks like Star Wars Uncharted, which I'm with. Shrug.
How hyped are we for Star Wars? Let's hear it! So hyped. Hype mode engaged, although that's actually a lie. It was engaged about 3 days ago. Anyway, so big thanks to Vince and Stig for sharing that exciting deep dive into Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We're all a little bit too excited here, I'm not gonna lie. I'm Julia Hardy, and a little later on, Adam Freeman and I will be bringing you news on Battlefield 5. Yeah? Right now, though, EA Play is in full swing with gamers getting their hands on all kinds of exclusives. There's a lot to look forward to, starting with our next show, Apex Legends.
So do you think that qualifies as real gameplay footage, guys?
Apex Legends Season 2. We've got info on a new weapon, new battle pass, new mode, and a reveal of the 10th legend! Stay tuned, because Apex Legends is moments away.
See, I'm not sure, and that's the problem. They told us that that was someone actually playing it, but that looked like what I usually call scripted footage, which is actually in between non-footage and actual gameplay. I think I'm going to say no. If nothing else, I think... So for me, what that means is someone actually there playing the thing live. You know, like Sony usually did, like Nintendo usually does. Microsoft has occasionally done that as well, you know. So I don't think that actually qualifies, at least not under my definitions. That's scripted footage, which is... that's kind of a different thing. I'm looking at the list here. Fake gameplay footage. I don't know if that qualifies either. I'm usually a little more stark about fake gameplay footage too, because really, yeah, like the Watch Dogs. Well, you know what fake gameplay footage is? The Division. You remember when they showed the gameplay footage of The Division? That was fake. Anthem. That was another one. That was fake gameplay footage. So I think that's kind of in the middle. I think that's in the middle. So we're not going to call that fake or real.
Everything dies.
Is this Apex Legends? I've actually never really looked into this game. I looked a little bit and decided I wasn't interested in it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to EA Play 2019, and I'm so excited to talk about Apex Legends here at EA Play. I'm professional esports commentator Alex Goldenboy Mendez. Now, everyone at Respawn has been working diligently at making Apex Legends the best Battle Royale game.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Out there. We've got some big updates.
I want to.
Right, I like that. Like that, baby. Bring that energy. We got some exciting details to share on Apex Legends Season 2, including a brand new weapon, a new mode, an improvise, you hear me? I'm improvising. An improved battle pass, a reveal of the 10th legend coming to the arena.
I'm guessing that's a player, like a
so much more. So
character.
Let's jump out of this drop ship, dive right into the hot zone. Take it away, Jay.
Thanks, Golden Boy. I'm Respawn's community manager, Jay Frechette, and as you can see, we've brought Kings Canyon to life right here at EA Play. We've even got all 9 current legends here to help me bring you some of the Season 2 updates that you've been clamoring for. We're going to introduce you to our newest legend after the show, but for those of you at home, don't miss your chance to jump into our Legendary Hunt event. Check it out.
I feel amazingly unqualified for this section. I've never even played this game, so I can't even tell what's new and what's old.
The Legendary Hunt has begun.
I know the game just basically came out, exploded because of Ninja, and then effectively died because they didn't do anything. That's all I know.
I could do this all day.
Earn XP and Battle Pass boosts, and find all new exclusive skins in the in-game store.
Only the strong will win and slaughter.
Okay.
Time. Legends who place in the top 5 of any match will earn the right to join the Apex Elite Queue.
I need some help over here.
Solid copy. There, they will have the opportunity to test their skills. Need some ammo against the most talented legends in the game.
One more. A legend's true test is from within.
Additionally, legends can complete legendary hunt challenges to earn rewards, like the epic Master of the Hunt Bloodhound, the Wolfpack G7,
Not your day.
I won this one. And hunt down 2 wins to score the exclusive legendary Tamed Beast triple take.
Trust in the gods, and you shall be rewarded.
Opening fire. Got him. During the event, all Battle Pass owners will receive the free legendary Honored Prey R301. Hit level 15 on your Battle Pass, and you'll also earn the legendary Night Terror Wraith.
You know what I look like. Come find me.
Every day, Legends can also earn an entire Battle Pass level for your first top 5 finish of the day.
Thank you for the...
So they're adding dailies and cosmetic rewards, as well as a winner's queue.
From June 7th to June 9th, earn double XP on both your base and Battle Pass progression.
Our destiny has led us to this moment.
Throughout the event, be sure to keep an eye on the rotating store for new exclusive Legendary Hunt cosmetics.
The sky has opened and gifted the day.
Squad up and drop in, as the Legendary Hunt won't last forever. Good luck, Legends.
Let the hunt begin.
And timed events, obviously. Seasons, yeah, that makes sense.
That's right. Until June 18th, you can jump into the Legendary Hunt, our limited time event that features the debut of our Elite Queue, exclusive challenges you can
10
unlock,
days?
killer skins, and more. Also, this weekend is double XP weekend, so there's lots of great reasons to jump in. The community really brought it since this event launched, and it's awesome to see the best duke it out. Back to you, Golden Boy.
I'm sorry, I love how the cosplayers had no idea what to do while they were on camera.
That was Season 1. Who's ready to talk about Season 2? I like that. So, you know, listen, I play this game every day. It's one of my favorites, and I did this like right before the show started. That's how much I play this game. And you know, I'm going to jump back in when we finish up, but first, I do want to talk about Season 2. We've got the first details here, and joining me, we got Drew McCoy in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Drew?
Do you think this counts as awkwardly using streamers? Because he's a streamer.
What do you have for us today?
Well, it's coming.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Content is coming.
It's
Confirmed.
coming.
You've heard it here first.
So, Season 2, it's coming July 2nd, and it's called Battle Charge.
All right. So, Battle Charge will be coming out. What can we expect, though, when this new season drops?
Yeah, so as we announced when we launched the game, we're taking a seasonal approach. So we're trying to cram as much into the launch of Season 2 as possible with some other stuff along the way. But what you can expect from the launch is a new legend, a new weapon, a new way to play the game.
Okay.
Perhaps a map event. And a lot of this has been done through a lot of the feedback from community. We're also changing up some of the meta balance of weapons to try and buff up some of the weaker weapons and bring a lot of cool stuff in the game.
Okay. All right. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're going to talk about a good portion of it here, but let's talk about that sweet new content because Season 2 is bringing a new weapon to the fight, and today we're excited to show it to you. So let's just go ahead, roll the clip.
Show it.
Care package touching down. They usually carry rare platforms.
Elstar here. I am taking fire, friends. I bathe in the blue.
That's true, Pico. I should be more strict than that. I agree.
Your ignorance meets your end. Need help. Good job, me. A new season. Strong work.
Yeah, I noticed the audience was much smaller. I noticed it the moment he said, "So, Season 1, excited?" And a few people did cheer, but there were only like 15, 20 people there. Sorry, I'm playing Mario.
Accept it, I'm here. You're not.
There you have it, the L-Star, man. I remember getting slapped by this gun in Titanfall 2, so pretty excited to see this one make it into the fold in the arena. Seems really powerful. So tell me more about its place in the entire weapon loadout for Apex Legends.
Yeah, so the L-Star's new, it's coming, launch of Season 2. It's actually a care package weapon because it's so OP.
Okay.
It's just amazing. But
Glad you said that out front.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like the master for the Kraber. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And being a care package weapon, it doesn't use any of the existing ammo on the ground, so whatever you get with it is what you got.
I also noticed, too, it shattered through doors.
Yeah, it can open doors.
So, like, melees, grenades, and now
the L-Star.
Wow. Okay, so that is pretty sizable. Now, what other changes are going to be coming to weapons, because and this may seem very nerdy, but I'm a huge fan of hop-ups. I'm all about Prowler with my switch fire. That's my jam.
Yeah.
What are you bringing me?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, there's going to be some meta changes to the weapons. We're trying to bring up some of the weaker weapons. And then, yeah, there are 2 new hop-ups coming. Not really going to say what they are yet. You guys got to wait for Season 2, but there is a chance that maybe a memeable weapon named after an African country is usable.
Is usable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps.
All right, perhaps. I mean, that is yet to be seen. We'll have to see if that's going to be a reality. All right, cool. So we're starting out hot with that L-Star light machine gun. We also have the Battle Pass. And, you know, when you guys first spoke about the Battle Pass, you said that it was a learning experience. What's different this time around for Season 2?
Yeah, so we've been listening to community a lot. Season 1 didn't quite launch as well as we were hoping. Content was fairly underwhelming for players, so we've been taking that in. We've been getting all sorts of data from people buying skins to what they equip on their characters or weapons. And so we've taken this learning and put it in a Season 2 Battle Pass. So first off the bat, it's challenge-based now instead of essentially...
I'm doing this, Zeiss.
So you'll get daily and weekly challenges, and they stack if you don't play for a while. So you can come back after a month and try and knock them all out on a weekend and level up really quick. Ultimately, this does mean leveling to level 100 is a lot quicker than in Season 1. We're also getting rid of all the badges and stat trackers, taking up space throughout the leveling process. And we are inserting 3 entirely new content types into the Battle Pass, which we will talk about later. And there's a lot more skins in it, and there's going to be enough crafting metals by the time you hit level 100 to craft your very own legendary of your choosing.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of value for that Battle Pass.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting. All right, and now, you know, we're talking about Apex. It's got some pretty sick skins. What skins do you have for me today?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I think our skin game is being upped pretty significantly. You can see that with the Wraith skin specifically from the Legendary Hunt event. But we got 4 legendary skins in the Battle Pass. So we have 2 character and 2 weapon. So for Caustic, he's got the Prince of Darkness skin. And for Octane, we're doing the Jade Tiger. I think you can see there's Prince of Darkness right there. And then there is a skin for the Spitfire called the Intimidator. And the R301 is getting 2 skins, actually. So the Iron Rampage at level 100.
Okay.
And then there's a golden version as well.
Oh, man. Do you see that, by the way? Do you see?
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick.
That looks insane. That looks insane. All right. Now, another question that the community is having, they're just dying to have answered. New ways to play. Elite Q was awesome.
Yep.
I think it's like one of the coolest additions for Apex Legends. What else?
Yeah, so when we designed Apex Legends, we really wanted it to have kind of a competitive core to it. This is a game that's meant to be played over hundreds of hours and mastered, really deep learning experience. And so the Elite Q is our first step towards getting to a higher competitive stage. Okay. And so Season 2, I'm really, really, really stoked to announce we have a ranked mode coming.
Ranked mode?
Yeah.
All right.
So ranked mode, you'll progress through 6 tiers if you're good enough. You will cap out if you are garbage tier like myself.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll be in Wood Division together.
Yeah, you and me, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Wood.
what's up.
Wood 3, I think.
Wood 3? Wood 3 Division?
Yeah, so it goes from Bronze all the way up to Apex Predator, and it's using special matchmaking for each of the tiers. So the higher you get, you'll probably have some longer matchmaking times, but it's because we're trying to find the best possible match for you. And then throughout the season, you'll be hopefully gaining tiers, and then...
yes, that's what a ranked mode is. Thank you for describing that. Sorry, I'm trying really hard to keep my mouth shut here. Like, I actually have some legitimate sympathy for the Apex developers. I really do.
I can't wait. I am legitimately concerned, as I had mentioned, either it be the first Wood Division, which isn't even in it, or Plastic Division.
Plastic's good.
They were screwed over by this. No, I'm serious. I know it's shocking to think that EA would screw over the developers of one of their own conferences, but that's what happened. Apex was completely screwed over.
You are too?
Yep.
By the management team.
Left my mains? All right, but that might change when the new season drops. That's right, because Jay, give the people what they want. We want to know who is the 10th legend joining the arena. What do you have?
It's my pleasure, Golden Boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. The 10th legend joining the Apex Legends arena is Wattson.
Yeah, who?
To help us get to know our latest legend a little bit better, our team put together this touching illustrated short. Let's check it out.
My dearest Natalie.
Because Overwatch.
As I write this letter, it's the middle of the night in late summer. An hour ago, you cracked the equations necessary to power the force field. You showed me up tonight, my magnificent daughter. And I couldn't be happier or prouder of that. I always knew you were special, but never did I fathom that the little girl who taught her staffed Nacy multiplication tables would grow up to master quantum laser mechanics. I have assured the Syndicate that the modified containment force field will be operational in a month's time, and it's all thanks to you. I may be just a doddering old fool trying to hold on to mon bébé a little while longer before he loses her to a daughter. But I do see you. I see the strong, brilliant, wonderful young woman you've become. And I know when the day comes that I'm no longer with you, you are going to be just fine. The games will be brilliant because you are brilliant. My daughter can and will do anything she wants in this life because she is the smartest woman in the frontier. Je t'aime de tout mon cœur, pour toujours, Papa.
I did it, Papa. I hope wherever you are, you're cheering for me.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Wattson joining the arena, and joining me now, we have the three gentlemen who brought her to life. Griffin, Will, and Tom, thank you so much for joining us here. Wow. So I mean, Bible thumps in the chat, man, because that was the feels right there. Hit me right in the feels. But Griffin, we'll start with you, bud. You're one of the legend designers, and I'm curious on the approach that you guys took toward making Wattson a character that has impact in the arena.
So Wattson really started as a conversation between a friend of mine and I, he's an engineer, and he has this really methodical, interesting way of taking really complex problems and systematically solving them. And so I kind of thought, what would it be like if we took the sort of the defensive complexity of Apex and introduced a character that could really create an ecosystem in which you can survive the really aggressive third-party meta, all of that stuff. So the idea behind Wattson really is that if you plan and you sort of adapt to the environment and you really know the map and you work closely with your team, that you can really create these strong defenses that that people are going to really have to think about in terms of how they push on you and that sort of thing. So the current meta of I hear gunfire and I hit it as hard as I can, you know, with Bangalore, Wraith, Octane, all of those, we're trying to sort of bump that meta a little bit and make it so that this more stanced RTS kind of play style has breathing room.
Yeah, you're trying to provide like options for the players.
Yes,
right? Because if you want to be able to play that hyper aggressive approach, whether you're running like a composition that contains like a typical one, which would be like a Pathfinder, Wraith, and a Lifeline for that support, you can play into a composition like this, and they kind of counter one another. So that's going to be really fun. And we're going to dive into the abilities and everything that she does, because let me tell you, it's insane. Now, as far as the look and feel, my favorite part about Apex Legends is that the characters, the legends themselves, they stand out. When you're looking from far away, you see the silhouette and you know exactly who it is that you're about to engage with. What were some of the complexities in bringing a character like Wattson to life?
Team Fortress 2, that was the complexity.
Sam, animation department, everybody kind of works together. We were given a...
Sorry, I'm trying so hard to keep quiet here and not snark, because, oh my gosh.
So we had to... He did a great job of like bringing it all together, giving her a sort of...
You know, this would be a lot more impressive if this game wasn't out yet.
Rubber gloves and the coils and the wires and pushing her silhouette at the same time, making her stand. You have to be able to read who she is from different distances. From there, from there, you can really go in and sculpt all the details out and work with the animators to really bring her to life, give her personality in everything that she does with her abilities and that too. So.
Yeah, and there's some really cool stuff there as well. Every part that Watson
probably,
she
Baron.
takes out an item in her kit, it's actually like on her person.
Oh yeah.
You see it happen.
Yeah, and those are all very meticulously designed by the concept artist and then modeled out in 3D. So yeah, it's all functional.
That's great.
In the world, yeah.
So now you get to the gameplay, the look, but the story, you know, because you got to hit us in the feels, right? Like super hard, and you just did that. Watson's backstory, who she is. Let's dive deeper into that one, Tom.
Kind of different from the way we usually do things because usually.
Well, I don't want to be disrespectful.
At the same time, all the different.
That's not the goal.
Together. Watson was different. She
I mean, that's an easy thing to understand, right? Not liking something that other people like, or liking thing that other people don't like.
Is they encourage.
So I'm trying really hard, basically, just to keep my mouth shut on the off chance that there's, someone somewhere who's watching this, either on the VOD or live, who actually cares about this.
What kind of people can we represent out there? And so Watson is a very different character than I've ever seen in a video game, at least. And everything is based off of what.
I'm sorry, did he just say that? Did he just say that Watson is unlike any character he's ever seen in a video game? In all the history of 40+ years of video gaming, this character has never been seen before. He's never seen a character like this before in a video game.
So Watson and her father actually invented the rank.
I hate to bang on that point, but if you're going to try to hype up interest in a character, don't say, they're super unique! You've never seen something like this before, because all you're doing is challenging people to say, yeah, I have, and then to start listing examples.
Down the road. You're starting to build more and more of a
lag. Yep, I know it's coming.
So she's into so all the legends.
Sorry, I know you can barely see the game down here.
She was their kid sister, basically.
I'm actually in the hard levels now of Mario 2.
All the legends and got to watch all of them. She's not a mercenary. She's not a soldier. Her role is of support, and so she
can make a barrier. I've never seen that in a multiplayer first-person shooter game before.
Caustic respects her. She's a scientist.
Okay.
She's an engineer.
Okay, so like was a strong word for Caustic.
Yeah, I don't know if Caustic likes anybody.
Okay,
that's
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Sorry, Zedslayer. Sorry, just
blown away by this character so far. Now, I mentioned before we're going to talk about the abilities, because when you revealed these to me, I was floored, jaw-dropping, and a lot of people online were kind of like guessing as to what it would be, and I'm very happy to see that. A lot of them, some had the right idea, but for the most part, what she's capable of doing is ridiculous. So
Thank you, Kingsfold. Thank you so much, Kingsfold.
Yes. So the Watson
Thank you.
has more.
What would you like to put that towards?
Probably any other current character we have, you really need to understand how they all interact. The fences, you can place 12 nodes, and you can use these in any permutation you want. Part of why we...
You know what, I can name a game that did this. Asheron's Call 2.
Electrical engineers, because we really want to reinforce both mechanically and thematically how creative the player can be with these. Basically, we're just giving you free reign to place these however you want and figure out.
I think it bothers me so much. If I could talk about that for a second. I think it bothers me so much because I'm actually really picky about marketing. I've studied marketing. I've worked in marketing. I have tried to do marketing before. This is not good marketing. That's why I made a fuss about that, was specifically because that was crap shilling. It's possible to do a good job of shilling something.
Stops arc star spam.
At least I think it is.
It charges your team's shield, and it also, if Watson...
Isn't that the gun they copied from Halo?
When she's away from the pylon, but when you're near the pylon, it supercharges your tactical, so you get fences faster. So if you drop it down, it's a permanent structure until it's destroyed, and that allows you to build these large fortresses very rapidly. And you can use that for defending, for flank control on offensive squads, for going up on a tower and fencing it off with Pathfinder. And then the passive is that ultimate accelerant.
Section.
Give you your ultimate, 100% ultimate charge.
Sucks.
So if you
Oh,
save,
yep, nope, dead.
Ultimate accelerant.
God, this section sucks. I'm gonna save state here. This is terrible.
And it means that you don't.
I've always sucked at this section. You ever play this section?
As long as you save up ultimate charges, you can keep moving with a highly mobile squad. You can play offense, defense, support, however you feel like the fences and the pylon are most effective to
Hang on,
whatever.
Kingsfold. This is much harder to do than it looks, at least to me.
We felt like we needed to
Rejoice! That's right.
Yoshi it is.
Finally, because everyone's like really mean to me if I don't like use the ult excel. You know, it's not fair. Oh wow. So that is ridiculous.
There's also when they cross
Yoshi.
the fences, you get pinged as well.
Oh yeah. So if any enemies cross through.
Yeah, I know, right, Plenty? It's a permanent structure until it's destroyed. Also known as a structure. I know. What he's trying to say there is that it doesn't have a timer.
Choke points, the entrances, the exits
It's
are.
just-
You can set up fences there, and you'll know exactly when an enemy crosses.
I'm even thinking about like compositions and how like it could work out. You know, maybe for any Gibraltar mains out there, maybe you find a little. No one cheered for that. Feels bad, man. Maybe there's like a little synergy there that can be created. There's a lot that can be done with these fences and being able to block off.
There we go.
certain
We're
chokes.
through. We're through. We made
I
it.
think it's really the big sort of the ceiling is how creative people can get with it, and I'm really excited to see what people do with it.
And from an art perspective here, you know, they're very distinct. They stand out. What were some of the challenges in making sure that these fences really, like, when a player saw them, they knew exactly what it was, not to kind of catch them off guard, so to speak, to make it really stand out in the arena?
Yeah, again, silhouette's everything. You got to make it stand out, and it has to look like it lives in the world. That it's something that she can use, and that lives on her body as well. She's able to pull it out, and
God dang it!
She's able to bring it out and create a forge.
Oh, they're stuttering like crazy. I actually feel kind of bad for the presenters.
Concept art is working
I really
on every
do.
little detail, and the modelers as well. And we had to test it out. We tested it out. We played in game.
Wait, you had to test out your thing? That's insanity.
I'm like, I need,
Sorry,
like, a post
sorry.
with
God,
a
I am trying so hard not to snark.
And they create really cool stuff with just that kind of vague hand wavy designer description.
Everything about it has clearly been thought out. This legend is
This whole thing has been very clearly thought out, guys. Take our word for it. We designed it. We swear we designed it.
Today, we've covered a bunch here. We've seen a new weapon. We've gotten a new mode, the latest legend, and the new battle pass for season 2. So let's recap all.
Did you know you could buy a new battle pass for this game that hasn't come out yet? I'm kidding. I think it's a level thing. I don't think it's that.
Care package touching down.
Did you already see this one? Whoa! Shoot! I got distracted. Apex is gonna kill me, guys. Ah! Damn it! Apex killed me. Like a deer in the headlights. It really did. It was so distracting. I couldn't take it. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of marketing, if you're releasing an all-new character, do not start your announcement with, "It's such and such." Don't do that. We don't know who the person is, so their name is utterly meaningless. No, what you do is you start with some kind of showcase. And then at the end of the showcase, then you say, "It's such and such."
Okay.
Just very basic marketing 101.
See what you can find out. So if I were to
Right there. Just a little pro tip.
Are you like gonna give me the cold shoulder? Or are you actually gonna tell me?
Actually, that's an amateur tip. Little amateur tip there. Yep, I know that was coming.
Out here, man. This is
I usually don't use Toad. I use Toad if I want to be challenged. Mighty Mage.
season 2. Let's go.
Damn, I actually pulled off the trick, too. Oh, well.
Get here soon enough. Now, if you're in Los Angeles, come check out Apex Legends at EA Play for your
whatever.
first chance to get hands-on with Wattson, as well as all the other great Apex Legends things happening here. And for those of you at home,
There's so many great Apex Legends things happening, you guys. I know it doesn't look like it, but trust us, it's there. Please give us your money. Buy all the things. We need you to pay us more money. EA is holding my dog hostage. Please give us more money, please. Oh, I love Mr. Floofers. I need Mr. Floofers back in my life. You don't understand what it's like without him. Oh, poor Sparky. The only thing I don't like about playing Peach, her dig speed is terrible. She's the slowest picker-upper by far. Whoop! Almost died, but we didn't. We're cool. I should probably not be trying to glitch this out. Yeah, let's stop trying to glitch this. Also, Phanto, most terrifying NES enemy. Yes, no? Is it Battlefield next? I'm gonna just keep this up if it's Battlefield next. What? Okay, we're okay, we're okay. Whew. I actually agree, Kingsfold. The spotlights that Here's the Storm did were pretty good marketing. What do you mean, Har? Oh, as in the order in which they're showcased? No, that makes no sense at all. I have no idea what they were thinking. Sims 4 is last? What? What?
That's right, you just saw a ton of new info on Apex Legends Season 2, including new battle.
No!
Details on ranked mode.
No, it's a donation. My one weakness. Ah! No! No! God damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Right now, stick around, because up next we've got Julia Hardy and Adam Freeman giving us the dirty details on Battlefield 5, including looks at a ton of new maps.
Thank you, Ronan. Thank you very, very much. As ever and as always, I am much appreciative of your support. Thank you. I will put that into Stellaris, and I hope to see you tomorrow for the Microsoft thing. Ronan 1, Stellaris. Thank you again for getting me killed! Oh, it's over here. Sorry. This is my goal now. I need to beat Super Mario Bros. 2 before they're done with Madden. You know what's funny? You want to hear something sad? What I'm about to say, I am not exaggerating on. There is actually legitimately a better chance that I'll be interested in stuff from FIFA and Madden than from Sims 4. If you don't understand what I mean by that, I used to play Sims 3 religiously. I loved Sims 3. I used to play Sims 3 with friends. Sims 4 is garbage. Sorry. Right. In my opinion, Sims 4 is garbage. So let's see what Battlefield 5 has for us. Let's play Toad. Let's play Toad. Okay. So we're back here. Oh god, his jumps are wrong. Can't pull those jumps as Toad. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, Sims 4 is as if you took Sims 3 and removed the fun from the equation.
Hey guys! Hey, welcome to the Battlefield 5 show live from EA Play in Hollywood. Let's hear it!
Ooh.
I'm Julia Hardy, and today we've got a ton of new info on some of the great updates coming to Battlefield 5 in 2019. But don't just take my word for it.
I'm sorry, is anyone else really distracted by the severity of her voice cracks?
Weird. Battlefield Community Manager Adam Freeman. What have you got for us, Freeman?
Oh, thanks, Julia. Now, I may be a member of the Battlefield team, but as you know, I'm a fan. And I know you guys are a fan too, and you're going to love what we've got to you today. So, over the next half hour, we're going to be bringing you content that's coming to you over the next few minutes. We've heard what you want, so today you're getting your first look at a ton of new multiplayer maps.
Woo! Maybe.
Out for, and the arrival of a new theater of war. That's
I don't know. Help me out, guys. Is maps a good thing? Like, I know that sounds like a dumb question.
So much cool stuff. So let's get to it. Over to you, Julia.
Is that something we care about?
Thanks, Adam. That's right. Let's wait no longer and tear the plastic off our first new map, Marita. Let's check it out.
See, the reason I ask... Oh, hang on.
On the Marita map, Allied forces are making a last stand to halt the Axis army sweeping through the region.
Like, okay, in a game like Heroes of the Storm, a new map is a good thing, because that usually means new gimmicks, new mechanics, new content. But I've seen a lot of previous multiplayer games where they'd add a new map and it's just a different place to do the same gameplay. Like, there's nothing new, it's just a new arena. Does that make any sense?
The Allies control the town, but Axis troops are already on its fringes.
I mean, the new Raiding Rainbow.
The village is crucial, and you must fight to hold here or risk losing control.
So it sounds like they actually have, objectives here.
Nearby, with a close proximity to other key locations, so keep an eye out for them. Marita is an infantry-focused map, where all 4 soldier classes will be able to shine. Tanks and aircraft will stand aside for intense infantry gunfights and sneaky flanks in the cobbled streets. Hills and multi-story homes means unique vertical gameplay. Stay alert in this steep environment as the Battle of Greece rages on.
Probably not Korora. Oh, 5? No, I definitely haven't played 5.
Give us even more details on Marita. Please welcome Ryan MacArthur from DICE. Yeah.
I kind of wish my hair was that long.
Coming out, Ryan. So obviously Marita looks amazing.
I'd look much better in that dress, though.
Well, I think the team in LA that put this together, and they built the Mercury map that everyone saw earlier this month, and so they really wanted to continue that story.
Hey, look, it's the exact same trailer we just saw. We're not going to show you any gameplay or anything else. We're just going to keep playing the same trailer.
The Albanian-Greece border, sort of in the mountains.
The trailers are hard, okay?
The Axis power sort of started to push into Greece during the war, and it's sort of set above the clouds in this nice little quiet, well, I guess what used to be quiet village. Before,
not anymore.
Before these guys all show up, and it's quite a different.
Look, this is my city, Catavo.
A totally different style of gameplay that you would have seen in the game before.
So what kind of gameplay are we talking about? What's happening?
Well, so this is going to be a heavily infantry-focused map. So as Mr. Battlefield likes to put it, this is total creative chaos. So you're just going to see some absolute
creative chaos. Yeah.
So what we get there is just head-on, just collisions in the middle of this map, and it's sort of what we tried to do with all the new maps that we've created, spending a lot of time to figure out how do we make each one of them different. So when players go in and play one of these new maps, it sort of has a different feel than the ones they've played before to sort of create that different experience for them. So this one has, I guess for lack of a better way to put it, is sort of a banana shape to it, and that banana shape sort of. Well, I think fruit's important when you're doing game design, I think, obviously. And so the shape gives you sort of a variety of different play styles and sort of creates this sort of narrow channels for people to just run head-on into each other, which really creates that chaos that is Battlefield. But
that's what we want, though. That's what we want, that kind of chaos. But most importantly, we need to know, like, we could talk all days, but when can we get our hands on it? That's what we want to know, right?
Yeah, and I think the great thing for this is coming in July as part of Chapter 4, so stay tuned. And I think some people are going to get to play it while they're here today.
Ooh, lucky you. All right, Freeman, who's we've stuck up there for no other reason than, well, my own entertainment, has more on Chapter 4 for you. Over to you, Freeman.
I'm up here PTFOing. I don't know what you're giving out to me, Julia. Listen, we have more maps. So let's deliver a brand new one to you. This is Al Sundan. It's coming in Chapter 4.
The fight moves to the North African desert in a vast new map for Battlefield 5, Al Sundan. Prepare to engage alongside a lush desert coast and contrasting harsh environments. Axis forces have militarized the area with camps, a radar tower, and an airbase. You must fight over possession of these critical points. In Al Sundan, we've taken the vista used in a single-player war story Under No Flag and doubled down on air and land vehicle combat. With this, the location has been optimized for all-out multiplayer action. On this open map, it's up to you to shape the fight. With large distances, vehicle-based team play, and battles across ranges, you'll always have plenty of choices. Make good use of this sandbox to secure the win. Utilize vehicles, mounted guns, planes, and transports. Capture the strategic airfield to dominate the sky, or engage in fast-paced infantry battles in tight interior areas. Al Sundan is classic Battlefield. We can't wait to let you play it.
Yeah. That's amazing. So obviously Al Sundan was adapted from Under No Flag. So tell us a little bit about what that process was like.
Yeah, so usually, when the guys, when the team sort of focus on building these war stories, they want to create these nice narrative, linear experiences and sort of that really tell the story of World War II. But with Under No Flag, they sort of took a little bit of a different approach to this and sort of made this big, wide open experience. And that showed a lot of potential from a multiplayer perspective as well. So when we finished the game originally, the team wanted to sort of sit down and sort of a small group of them and take a shot at turning this into what could be an amazing Battlefield map. It's huge. This is a really big map. This is your sort of classic Battlefield sandbox map. This is where you're going to see tanks and planes and infantry and all of that together in sort of what is truly Battlefield. It's sort of built for that open world gameplay with, depending on no matter how you want to play, there's something there for you.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And so how do I kind of, adjust my strategy? Because obviously it's such a wide map. Like, what am I doing?
Well, I think if you look at it, there's room for all different playstyles. So there's 6 flags on this when you're playing Conquest, and you can see here, even if you can see from the videos here, you've got, when you go into the village, it's all about infantry play and speed and flanking through the things. And the bridge in the middle, it's all about, sort of controlling that with infantry gameplay. And I think Mr. Battlefield the other day decided to just sit there with his tank and destroy me. But
it's just something that he likes to do.
He's kind of mean, but he's not mean. He's super nice. But
no, but most importantly, I mean, again, we could go on and on and on. We're tight for time because there's so much to get through. We've got so many announcements. When can we get our hands on Al Sundan?
But so this is the first map that we're going to come in with Chapter 4. So June 27th, this is going to be available day 1, Chapter 4 for everybody.
Nice, nice. Now, we've got a couple more surprises to come, but before we get into all that, let's take a look at what's coming in August towards the end of Chapter 4.
Get up close and personal. With Chapter 4 defying the odds, new and intense close-quarter maps are coming to Battlefield 5. By popular demand, we're bringing more maps to players craving tighter types of multiplayer, specially tailored for intimate infantry combat. The new battlefields will challenge your squad in unique ways. Teamwork, skill, and adaptation are your keys to victory. Fight through an explosives production facility in Lofoten Islands and unseat the Axis occupation in Provence. Prepare to assemble your team and rise above your enemies.
Alex, am I unmuted?
New
I'm unmuted.
battlefields later in the year.
I am on level 6-3 right now. At this rate, I'm actually going to beat this game before, this is over.
Now, to help us break down these new maps, Ryan and I are joined by Mr. Battlefield himself, Lars Gustafsson. I don't know if you made that up yourself, but... Oh, and because he asked nicely, we also let Freeman come down from his weird place up there.
You're worse than my Firestorm teammates. You just leave me behind everywhere.
But we can all understand why that happens. Do you want to take over this one for the start?
No, I've been using warps.
Last maps we've already shown so far today. Tell us about.
They are. I mean, taking a step back, we've been...
No, I'll just start Mario 3 then next time.
No
I'm
surprise.
sorry.
I mean, they love the bigger modes like Conquest. It's always been kind of a Battlefield pillar. But it's been super fun to watch how they engage with passion and dedication in the smaller modes, like Squad Conquest, for example, which really became...
Oh, me too, Bregman. I'm really hyped for Mario Maker 2. The exact opposite of how I feel right now.
They've been going at it, tailoring maps that are specially made for smaller modes. And as such, being able to give that, the close quarter feeling, the tight, what you say, the intimate combat.
Intimate infantry combat.
Oh, yeah, we need that on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Intimate.
Really? The good senator? Thank you, Puzzle Fury.
I mean, what kind of the sort of like key strategies then when you're playing close quarters on this map?
As we see with these smaller game modes, I mean, the key to this is just really good team play, really good squad play. And so, sticking together and not leaving anybody behind like Mr. Freeman over here. Unless he's
But I mean,
not
what if
being,
you want to leave him behind, can you?
Then it's acceptable. I think.
Because I would.
It's two beautiful maps.
There'd just be a spinning number plate.
It would be, yeah.
As you saw, Lofoten, it's Serenity.
Did she just make a Back to the Future reference?
But then kind of ripped open with...
In a Battlefield trailer?
Villas and factory equipment. And then Provence,
In the room.
I plan to take my wife there, Pastilles on the square.
Stop destroying places you want to take your family. It's weird.
I'll take Ryan.
Yeah, take him instead and then go to
But
town.
it's beautiful cobblestones, lots of good flanking.
Oh God,
routes,
Trek
and the smaller maps really allows you to master every inch of it. So it's really about, knowing your battlefield.
I mean, again, we could go on and on to talk about all of these maps, but we've got one more map to show off, and I want to make sure we have time to get through it. But first, Lars, you've brought with him some news about some kind of core gameplay updates we know that you've all been waiting for, so you're excited about this one.
Lars, you know how much time I'm spending online. Like,
I mean,
I am working.
Just Battlefield, or let's not delve.
Big community features we've announced this month. Increase
Did
the
she just make a porn joke?
Let's talk max rank. What can you tell
Let's
us?
talk max rank. We do know...
What in the world?
Made to us our kind of awareness that there are players out there too skilled who maxed out on rank 50 too quickly. So we've taken that to heart, and we've now taken the max rank from 50 to 500. So it's quite a leap.
Yeah.
And it's
Battlefield 500 now.
so players to go on moving forward.
And it's a grind train, but what are people getting if they're on it?
Yeah, what are we getting?
We're all in it. we want the goodies. So to start with, already from rank 51, you will.
No, that's okay, Anthony. I'm happy not knowing.
But then at every, we call them milestone ranks. Every 50th rank, you will get one shiny new rank icon to show off your skills, and also.
Is she a streamer? I don't actually know.
So lots of ways.
I've never heard of this
to show
person.
off your mastery on your journey towards, that the world domination. That will.
It's already happening.
August is the time. So
Brilliant.
it's almost here.
Almost here.
So world domination for Lars by August.
Yeah, so I wondered if we were talking about world domination or when that was happening, but all right.
Private games, then. The other massive thing that we know players want. What we got?
Yes. I mean, another one that's
I
the
missed.
community have been vocal about. And previously, for those of you who've been with
I'm actually with Hariant on this one.
rented server program,
If I was seeding the audience, I would either see the audience more or a lot less than they're currently doing.
package that came out is free for everyone that plays Battlefield 5. So a beautiful package. It's there to let you set up your servers and kind of create your experiences, whether you want to capture or play with your friends. And Freeman, you can play with us, for sure.
Thanks.
You can sit with them. And
So that's a good feature, which probably should have already been in the game, but at least it's a good feature, so I'll give them that.
Let them know.
Well, just saying, yeah.
That is the thing, though. Like, we're not finished when we're done, right?
No, exactly. It's coming in, let's see.
September?
September, yeah. And at that time, we want you to dive on it, set up your servers, play it, and give us feedback. Since this is kind of just the beginning of the journey with the private games, we want to hear what did we do right and where should we shape up and take it an extra notch. So be with us and be candid.
Okay, well, Lars, don't tell Ryan, but you're my favourite for this. Thank you very much for it.
Do I still get to
We've got more, though, Julia. We've got more.
Well, it's just going to get a bit weird and fighty up here in a minute. Well, as promised, we've got one more Battlefield map to show you. It's called Operation Underground. Lars, Ryan, talk us through what we're about to see. Yes, let's have a look.
Well, this is the ultimate definition of a passion project. So Inge Göran, the original designer for Operation Metro, when we finished Battlefield 5 and shipped it, he wanted to do something that he just was truly invested in. So he kind of went down and he sat down.
I think so, Anthony.
With what was Operation Underground, and when he showed it to the team, we knew we.
I've been listening this whole time. I'm trying to actually do my job. It's just I'm so amazingly de-invested that I need something to keep me functioning.
Yeah, I was
and
there
that would be
when
Mario
we
2.
started to build the maps for Battlefield 3. And early on, it was kind of a brainstorm. I still remember it was tons of images on the wall. We challenged the team to, where do you want to fight? Everything from subway to shopping mall to God knows everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the team started, or someone smart.
I mean, honestly, the Apex thing was worse than this in basically every way.
And I think Inge then
It was like a worse version of this presentation, I'd say.
and kind of the bank area in the city.
Like a kind of
that-
scene tapas.
Dang
I mean,
it.
you don't want one meal, you want lots of meals all in
More
one
is
meal.
always-
Well, let's see. Bingo.
When you see kind of spinning behind us here, you can see the true inspiration. But what Inge Göran and the
I mean, we could argue teaser that tells nothing.
kind of taken hard the feedback from the original Metro and started to provide, especially a lot of flanking routes, so that you can kind of move around and be smart about it. And tons of easy to spot ones, but also
Everyone
the
loves
most
a
sneaky ones.
sneaky flank.
Yeah,
Everyone
no,
loves
I
the
think
sneaky flank.
You know, this is
Cheeky,
the-
sneaky flank.
I mean, I think as you look at it, like this is not Metro remastered.
Honestly, none of these really are coming out for me.
Areas. You've got big open.
Oh, no.
corridors, you know,
I got one.
and narrow streets.
The audience for this one is an empty, non-reactive audience.
Subway cars are into the sub basements, and you're going to find a whole bunch of different things and different ways to play and different styles. And I
Let's do
know
that
the guys
one.
have a few surprises in there as well that I think the community's really going to enjoy when they get there.
So when do we get it?
That's
When
the
do we
big
play?
question for today. Is just when,
When?
You have to wait a
and
bit.
when.
October, between chapter 4 and 5.
Hey, Macromano.
This is the one the team is really excited
Yeah, this audience has just been kind of dead.
wait for October anyway, so.
I have a cracking time playing it in playtest. I'm
Yeah.
so looking forward for everyone else getting to play it too, and everything else that's on these new maps.
Oh yeah,
Amazing
but
map.
those aren't the only surprises. This is the problem. We've got too much to get through. I'm just like, stop talking. We've got so many surprises for you. So today we're giving you never before seen details on Battlefield 5's Chapter 5.
Here's a little look at what the team's been working on.
Absolutely nothing. I mean, you're right, Prog. I'd just be sitting here like, and. By the way, happy birthday, Macromano.
timeless theater of war, a new vision.
What?
Prepare to deploy to the Pacific. The team at DICE are hard at work creating an iconic World War II experience, releasing this fall with Chapter 5 of Battlefield 5. As the US and Japan enter the fight, you'll clash across several battlefields, including a modern take on an absolute classic, Iwo Jima. Since Battlefield began, the Pacific Theater has been part of its DNA. Now, we're crafting the ultimate reimagining of the conflict. By capturing real-life environments and using the power of Frostbite, we're bringing you the Pacific realized with today's capabilities and technology.
Frostbite. I hate the Frostbite engine.
As their
I spit on it.
forces charge inland towards unwavering Japanese defenses. Use new amphibious units to pummel the war-ridden shores, and an expanded arsenal to bring your squad to victory. We have a lot more to share about the Pacific and how it will evolve Battlefield 5 later in the year. Stay tuned.
Okay. I am tuned.
Okay, most importantly, you went on like a bunch of like research trips. Like, let's find out more about that. Oh, let's set the net one in Tahiti. Yeah. No, sorry.
It's hard work. I know, it's amazing how many people are willing to make that extra effort to go to Hawaii in January in Stockholm. So it's quite impressive. We really appreciate the team putting in that work.
Oh yeah, taking one for the
But
team,
obviously,
definitely.
I mean, this is the big new addition to Battlefield 5. So going back, new theater of war in the Pacific. I mean, this is
Technically,
homecoming
Anthony
for Lars.
Draft.
I mean, not Iwo Jima itself, but the development of it.
I mean, the way that it is forced upon developers for games that don't fit it is also a problem.
No, but jokes aside, it's having been with Battlefield all through the journey, it's really where it all started. Battlefield 1942, the Pacific Theater, and already when we started to talk about
Notice they're just showing the same trailer again in the background.
everyone
Again.
came up and kind of, when do we go to the Pacific? So this is the time. It feels like a homecoming. 1942, Battlefield 1943. We've been there before, but this is in a new way.
And I think the great thing, I mean, we hear a lot from the community, and I know, we have these discussions. You've got, where are my U.S. forces? Where's my Japanese army? And getting to sit here in L.A. today and tell everybody that it's coming, Chapter 5, you're going to get those things. You're going to see some familiar places like Iwo Jima. We've got 2 other maps coming with that, so 3 maps coming with the initial.
That would be awesome, Baron. Imagine a map. This probably is a thing somewhere. Imagine a map where there's 2 ships, and you have stuff you can do to interact with like artillery or other ships, but the point is, you start on your ship, they start on their ship, and the goal is then obvious, right? Picture that.
The hardware. So
Get little boats.
tons of iconic weapons, gadgets.
Have like a Jeep equivalent of a boat that's really fast and maneuverable and has no armor and no health and no weapons. Have like a little gunboat you can hop into, someone piloting it, someone gunning it.
The team has focused hard on
Like, doesn't that sound cool?
kind of that invasion experience.
I know I'm basically just describing Unreal Tournament, I think 2004.
The invasion experience and the
I think,
amphibious warfare.
but,
So there's
yeah.
tons of new stuff and new gameplay to look forward to.
And beautiful
It
locations.
was 2003 or 2004. I never remember which.
Beyond recognition.
Well, Lars and Ryan, thank you both very much for joining us.
So if
Or
you
Guns of Icarus. There's a new version of that that's out now. PAX knows what it is. I forget what it's
obviously
called.
there was quite a lot. So do you want to give us a little bit of a recap there, Freeman? I'll leave that on your capable shoulders.
Okay, I'm back at the balcony if I...
Yeah, go on, get out there.
Right, okay. Okay, we've got a load more multiplayer maps then coming in 2019. That starts with Al Sundan on June 27th, followed by Marita in July. We're bringing a brand new theatre of war to Battlefield 5, the Pacific. That's releasing this fall. We're also bringing features we've heard the community ask for, an increase in max rank from 50 to 500, and private games. Also, one final announcement. Starting today, you can play Battlefield 5 in the EA and Origin Access Vault, and through EA Access on PlayStation 4 when it launches next month. Is that everything?
I think that pretty much covers it. I guess you can probably stay down here with on the adults table or whatever.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks. That's the Battlefield Show.
Yeah, I'm Julia Hardy.
And I'm Freeman.
And if you're in the Los Angeles area, be sure to come and visit us in person at EA Play. Goodbye.
Sorry. So, okay, I want to elaborate on my complaints about that. You know what my complaints were? That was a terrible presentation. It wasn't as bad as Apex Legends, but that was a game that I have even the beginnings of interest in. and them showcasing stuff that might have actually been interesting, and just they screwed it up. That's usually Ubisoft's territory. And in fact, I think I actually have something like that. No, I don't. I took it off. I was going to have a thing on the bingo card that was going to be Ubisoft showcases a great game in a terrible way, which they've done so many times before. Oh my goodness. FIFA! What is wrong with me? I'm actually interested in FIFA. Yeah, yes and no, Anthony. I will give you that they have been better lately. I mean, there have been a lot of recent Ubisoft things where I've been, like, totally into it for the Ubisoft, like, the last 2 years in a row. I have been super into the Ubisoft conferences. Which is funny, because if you remember, I believe 2 years ago now, or actually, that would be, yeah, 2 years ago now, we weren't even going to cover the Ubisoft conference, and I asked you guys, do you think I should cover it? And you guys were like, yeah, sure, cover it. And I was like, okay. And it just knocked it out of the park.
Updates and a new theater of war. I guess that's also they're going on vacation with everybody. That's what they're doing. That's what I call a Battlefield show, everybody. For those of you.
Me too. Sorry.
Apparently people don't like me on Twitter, and I'm coming to you live from EA Play, where fans are getting hands-on with some amazing new content. If you're in
Just this one, Nero says. This is the only one today.
What are you doing? E3 starts tomorrow. You have nothing to do today. It's free. Just come on by. It's great. And for the rest of you, make sure you keep it here, because real soon.
Oh, I remember that, Ravenar, when they brought Pele in. That was just.
But right now, we're shifting gears to another DICE game. This one from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. That's right. We're about to talk Star Wars Battlefront 2. And here to give us an exciting update from the Star Wars Battlefront team is Dennis Brandville. Dennis, how you doing?
Hello there.
Hello. Oh, they love you, Dennis. They love you. Here's what I need you to do, Dennis. Give me the Battlefront journey from last EA Play to here. You guys have learned a lot.
Sure, yeah. So last year we announced that we'll be going into the Clone Wars. Yep. Then we delivered the new planet of Geonosis, where the Clone Wars sort of started.
Sure.
We delivered a bunch of new prequel heroes and villains that our players really enjoyed. And then finally we wrapped it up with delivering a new way to play PvP with Capital Supremacy. It's a mode where you capture command posts and take out capital ships. And our community is really happy.
I heard that's actually fun, the capital mode.
You were telling me yesterday during rehearsals, right, is the fact that the community is getting bigger, right? They're responding to the changes and you're listening to them.
Yeah. No, this is the perfect time to join. It's, like our subreddit is full of love, and
when is the Digital Devolver Conference next time? Because I don't have a thing for it.
Some new stuff this week. What is it?
Yeah, so yesterday we announced to the core community that we'll be delivering for this month. Capital Supremacy is coming to the planet of Naboo, the city of Theed, so urban combat is finally getting to be experienced in that mode, and we're also introducing 2 new reinforcements.
See you around, Alex.
Separatist Droideka, which we've been teasing for a long while, so happy to finally have that one coming. And to combat that, for the Republic, we're introducing a new vehicle.
FIFA stands for greed.
Tank, to finally bring the fight to the
what? The real-life FIFA organization is terrible. I'm not even gonna. That's not even controversial. That's just fact.
A couple of new clone battalions, and headlined by the General Skywalker appearance for Anakin, the famous outfit that he wore during the early days of the Clone Wars in the TV show.
And that's my thing, Dennis. You talk about last EA Play starting to bring in more Clone Wars stuff. Right now, you're a year later, more Clone Wars. Why do you think people have such an attachment to Clone Wars?
Why do you think it's taking you so long to do this?
We all grew up watching it, but I think it's also because how the TV show really just enhanced and continue to explore more.
I'm sorry. We all grew up watching the prequels. Ugh, I'm old. I'm old.
So we also announced that the next planet that we're going to, it's another Clone Wars planet. It's the alien planet of Felucia. So we're bringing that to life in the Frostbite engine. It's going to look pretty fantastic. And we also, that planet will be supportive of Capital Supremacy. And
oh, that sucks, Anthony. I mean, I guess it doesn't suck because Battlefield, yay, but man.
More tailored towards a PvE experience. So.
And then again, this nostalgia, it's nice. Clone Wars, great. We grew up on it. What about the new hotness?
Grew up on it. Ugh. Ugh. Let me get my old man cape here. And by cape, I mean
Battlefront to be the greatest hits of Star Wars, where
Why
you
did I
get to
say
play
cape?
the most iconic heroes and villains and characters from all the Star Wars films. And we'll be back in August to talk more about
Nope,
the rest
that's
of the
enough.
year.
No, this is EA Play right now. If he doesn't want to talk about right now, I can punch in Zoom or something, all right? Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.
Now it's time to talk about competition of a different kind, ladies and gentlemen. Are you enjoying EA Play, everyone here?
No.
Well, it wouldn't be EA Play if we didn't get into a few different things. Alex Golden Boy Mendez is going to be hitting the football pitch with FIFA 20, and we'll be digging into that reveal trailer that dropped this morning with some very special guests that will tell you more about the newest way to play FIFA, Volta Football.
Where was the fake enthusiasm? Ah, super fake enthusiasm. No, we could go worse than that. I've seen worse than that. Let's really see the worst. Yeah, FIFA makes a silly amount of money. The game series, sorry. Obviously, FIFA also makes a silly amount of money because they're greedy and evil. I'm never holding back on that opinion. I just want to make that very clear. I don't know if Madden makes more, but I know their FIFA games do make plenty of money. Actually, I have played several FIFA games before. On that would be PS3 era. That's what I was going to do. I was going to add Digital Devolver to the list. That's going to be staying up really, really late for me, guys. But, I mean, I'll do it for Digital Devolver. If you guys want me to. We can always skip it. We'll decide tomorrow. We'll have Lore Week. We'll have a bunch of people on. We'll ask then if we want to stay up super late for Digital. Because that's going to be 10 my time. Like, I'm usually in bed at that point in time. Or at least getting there. All right, what do you got? What do you got? Yeah, it was midnight one of the years max time. I remember that. Or maybe that was Bethesda. I don't know.
What's going on, FIFA fans? I'm Golden Boy coming at to you live from the Volta pitch here at EA Play.
What in the world? Here's some random people playing Pass Back. Or whatever that's actually called.
About FIFA 20. Now, if you caught the brand new trailer that dropped this morning, you already know that Volta Football is a new way to play, returning football to the street. FIFA to the streets. You like that? All right, now, for those of you who missed it, let's take a look. Give me a pass. Ha. Nice.
I mean, those are good practices to have, but they just randomly picked people to have in the background. I'm talking over this, by the way, because of copyright, so forgive me. But they just picked random people to be in the background, to be like, all right, just start passing the ball back and forth. Practice, ball control, practice passing and precision, just keep doing that. I'm just going to mute this, actually. Let's just play this safe. Boop, there we go. There's a song playing. Hey, look, it's game engine footage. Alright, so, I'm going to be really cynical for a second. What does this actually change other than cosmetically? Like, it looks like, obviously, you won't be in outfits, so you'll just be in street outfits instead of uniforms. And you'll be playing out in a pavement or whatever instead of off on the grass. But what does that actually change, other than cosmetically? Like, I'm with branching out. Oh.
I'm going to be chatting with Sam Rivera, the lead producer at FIFA 20, about some of the new gameplay features that are going to be coming.
Wall bounces, that's a good point.
We go across the pond. Last week, singer-songwriter and Fulham footballer Chelsea Grimes caught up with some special guests to give us the details on Volta football and the culture that inspired it. Check it out.
I'm sorry, I really don't care about the culture. I just want to know about the game. That's not true. I do care about the culture, but that's not what I'm here for.
I'm in London with Volta producer Jeff Antwi and Manchester United and England legend Rio Ferdinand to talk about a subject close to my heart.
What?
Street football.
You're really doing this. You're actually doing this.
Okay, so Rio, we're here in London, your hometown. Cage football, street football. What was your memories?
Like, this isn't as bad as Pele.
This was where I grew up. This is exactly what I've done day in, day out. In there, the ball never goes out of play. Physically, it's demanding. You're forced to almost have a personality and show a personality in there. Do you know what I mean?
There's definitely no hiding in there,
Oh,
is
no,
there?
you can't hide in there.
So I used to play in the street with all the boys, and it was kind of the same. You know, we'd learn how to bounce it off the curb and use the walls on people's houses as another player. What was it for you that made you want to bring it even into the game?
For us, it's a return to street football for the FIFA franchise, and we're really excited about being able to, be in places like this, where it's rooted in the real people, the real places. Authenticity, creativity, culture are all things that we wanted to bring to Volta.
Look at that guy's footwork.
Yeah, the footwork's it's amazing. That's what you can do in Volta, though. So that's part of the detail in the gameplay. So you can do all these mad tricks like this. Or just being able to be really skillful with the ball.
So there you go. Wall bounces, as previously indicated.
Or being able to play it off the wall to yourself to beat your opponent, or flick it up over your head to create space for an on goal. Can you use that with the players from the professional teams? Absolutely. So obviously with it being FIFA, we want to make sure that authenticity is at the
I
forefront.
wonder if offsides is going to be a thing in this.
Or against the real players, all the licensed players that we have, all the licensed clubs. You can imagine playing Chelsea versus Spurs in this London cage.
And Chelsea would crush Spurs like a bug. Sorry.
It's physical and technical, it's mad. I've played on loads of different places. Where is there to play on the game? So obviously with Volta, it's the world's game, and there's so many locations that you can play with, from a rooftop in Tokyo to a London cage like this, or even an underpass in Amsterdam.
We'd show you gameplay, but all we have is a picture.
Is, real to the space, real to the people. Well, where's the craziest place you play football?
I was actually in a camp in LA, and I played a bit of soccer there, I've never played it there before.
For those of you who know where I actually do enjoy football. I have followed football for several years now. I started off as a Manchester United fan. There's actually a story behind that. Nowadays, well, I'm not going to tell you which team I follow, because then no matter what, people will hate me for it.
It was just like a pitch in the middle of it, in a cage. A bit like here, but it's just different setting. Right. What type of football were you playing? We played whoever was there. So you just play with the numbers you've got. If there was 3v3, fine. If it was 5-a-side, not a problem. Yeah. So what's great is that's Volta. Being able to play 3v3, 4v4, 5.
No, it's not Real Madrid. It's a British team, or an English team, or whatever the proper terminology is there.
Futsal, with more authentic rules. I think Volta does a really good job of representing the diversity of the game.
Although I actually like watching Real Madrid every now and again.
Passing to yourself, or you can be really skillful with the ball, like these guys are being.
I do actually enjoy Arsenal, but no, Liverpool is my main city, or my main team now.
A diverse game, and for millions of people around the world, streets is their stadium. So for you guys, what are some of the fundamental things that you take away from the streets?
I didn't either, Anthony Draft. I never heard of the term Volta.
Small-sided games, three versus three, 5-a-sides. I grew up in this environment. I think it enables you definitely to be able to deal with people 1v1, because in a game in a stadium, in front of thousands and thousands of people, you're going to have to...
Actually, I like watching Barcelona too, Geludo.
With bigger spaces.
So
you're getting used to that in this type of environment is, I think, for a young player...
I'm serious. I actually enjoy both Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Try something new here, and obviously, eventually you can go and...
This is still going.
So I think this is you go and express yourself.
I think definitely the word, that key word, express. If you can express yourself, you see the best in everyone. I think individually, as a team, street football is, for a lot of people...
It's still going.
And it translates to, the
I guess this is them padding the time out. They're just kind of trying to...
The gameplay experience, and so we're really excited about what we can, represent, being able to represent the...
What am I looking at?
And the style
that you guys just talked about.
I think a lot of people as well used to always associate like skills and flair without the end product. I think that's what's great about this game is that end product's always.
Yeah, this is like a weird little special on people reminiscing about street football.
Female players.
Absolutely, I think that's one of the biggest innovations. You can play.
What?
As well, and that's an important.
It's an innovation to be able to make a female character in a video game.
Jeans that cut downs that I've got, or you can have t-shirts and shorts, or you can have jeans and long sleeves. Again, a big thing for us is being able to establish the culture that is street football through clothing, through how you look, your personal style. You can have short hair, long hair. You can have tattoos, no tattoos. You can play with trainers.
Okay.
A lot of the time as well is like it's not only you want to look good, you want to feel good, play good. And some of it's superstition, like it's all of that all in one. If you can get that into a game and transfer that and translate that into the cage, you got it made.
That's a big part of Volta football, just being able to represent the people as they are. We want it to be authentic, we want it to be diverse, we want it to be cultural and creative, and a lot of that is how you equip yourself and how you carry yourself and how you represent yourself in the game.
Jeff, thank you so much. Rio, it's been a pleasure. I can't wait to play Volta, so I'll see it in the cage.
I mean, I guess you're technically right, Plutonia, since they don't allow custom characters for the most part.
Pretty cool stuff there. Now, I can't wait to get my hands on it later this summer, but to talk to us about the exciting new gameplay updates and innovations that are going to be coming to FIFA 20, we have FIFA lead gameplay producer Sam Rivera here standing by. Sam, welcome.
Thanks, Alex. It's great to
Let's
be
give
here.
it up. Give it up for Sam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Big audience.
All right. Pleasure to have you here, my friend. Now, here's the deal. I knew this coming into this. When they asked me to do this gig, I was like, listen, this is going to be a tricky one, right? Because FIFA has a very passionate community. I know this. I experienced this firsthand when I hosted that FUT Champions Cup. And you and I, we talked a lot about how important it's been for you to engage with the audience, with the fans, with the community on FIFA 20's development. So why don't we dive into that? Tell me about that process and how the community played a role in making this game a reality for you all.
Absolutely. Community feedback is a big deal for us. The combination of community feedback and football itself is what inspires us every year to keep innovating and to create the most authentic and fun experience we can. And we know we have a big community, so this year we actually talked to over 3,000 players, from pro players to new players, casual players, hardcore players. And because we know this is a two-way conversation, we released an important Pitch Notes article at the end of May, where we explain a little bit more about how we approach community feedback. So we listen to things like shooting inconsistencies or AI defending, and this feedback, together with our drive to create a more authentic football experience, led us to develop a new feature set that comes together as football intelligence.
Okay, all right, so catchphrases are all well and good, right? But let's dive into this, right? Because I want to be able to dive deeper into what all this means for the player. What does football intelligence mean for the folks that are going to be playing in a few months?
Sure, football intelligence is a combination of features that improve the three main components of the match: on the ball, off the ball, and the ball itself. And this year we're innovating in those three areas. On the ball, we're enhancing the one-on-one moments by giving you new attacking and defending tools. Off the ball, with a re-architected game flow, we're giving players more time and space on the ball. And for the ball itself, we have a brand new ball physics system that elevates the authenticity on every touch.
Okay, so you mentioned off the ball first. That's something that, I'm assuming you're talking about computer control players there. And this is a big topic within the community.
I know.
How those players interact with you when you're playing the game. So, yeah, I mean, what is off the ball? What does that mean for us?
Yes, so off the ball, if there's something that is really going to change how the game plays, is the re-architected game flow. This new game flow was designed to give more time and space to the dribbler and create more one-on-ones. A one-on-one is one of the most interesting parts of football to watch or to play if you actually play the sport. And in FIFA, it's going to be the time where user skill is going to make a difference. And while we're creating more one-on-ones, we're also encouraging more user-control defending, and we are reducing the amount of AI defensive support that you get from your teammates.
Okay, all right. So you really want to influence the player to be engaged in that process. And I know it seems like we're kind of just throwing questions out here, but because I'm curious, I'm really interested, right? when I have a controller in my hand, what does this feel like? What extra space is being created with this more player-controlled approach?
Yes, first of all, the re-architected game flow allows us to encourage smart technical build-up based
Did
on
I miss anything?
So when you score a goal, you feel like you really worked for it. And because you mentioned space, yes, spacing is actually one of the biggest benefits of this system. You will see how your teammates spread around the pitch in a more authentic way, allowing you to read the game better and also giving you new ways for you to create your own scoring chances. And visually, just the game looks much more like real football.
Yeah. So my AA teammates are going to be way more helpful for me because Lord knows I need that. All right. Which I think a lot of us feel the struggle there. But now, what about the player, me? Right. As I'm playing this game, what new tools do I have that I can put out there on the pitch?
Yes, so football is all about the decisive moments on the ball. And now that we're encouraging those moments, we're also giving players the tools to make sure those moments are in their control.
Okay.
So there's 4 features that I want to talk about. Composed finishing, strafe dribbling, control tackling, and the new penalty kicks and free kicks.
All right, so 4 big topics.
Yeah.
Let's just dive into this. Composed finishing, what do you mean by that?
Sure. We received feedback from the community regarding the difficulty to finish in front of goal.
Okay.
So in FIFA 20, with the new composed finishing, you're going to experience more clinical and consistent shooting when you're in a one-on-one with the keeper, for example. And if you try a more difficult shot, let's say a volley from outside of the box, then you're going to have more chances to miss. So overall, we are improving the fundamentals of shooting to provide a more authentic experience. And we also listen to feedback about time finishing. And we are very confident that the changes that I just mentioned to the fundamentals of shooting, in addition to some tweaks that we're doing to the actual time finishing mechanic, are going to give you a more satisfying shooting experience, whether you time your shot or not. We are actually just releasing another Pitch Notes article about this topic. If you want to know more information, you can check it online.
Okay, so a whole topic just on this alone, which is very dedicated there. Now, you also mentioned another attacking tool, which was strafe dribbling.
Yeah.
So how is this now going to play a role in how I play out there?
Good question. So we are reinventing the strafe dribbling mechanic.
Okay.
This tool adds more dimension in attack, giving you more control, more precise and agile control of the ball when dribbling. And I would say this tool is great to lure your opponent in, and then when he's getting closer, use your player's agility, speed, and skill to beat that defender.
So if it wasn't any indication, though, I'm going to be on defense quite a bit. So
we'll see.
Because of that, as a defender now, we're continuing to just run through these tools, these new gameplay additions that are coming to it. What about on the defensive front?
Yes, to counter the attacking tools, we also need to bring some innovation into defending. The new control tackling system, which uses the sophistication from the active touch system from last year, is going to improve your player's tackling ability to ensure you win possession back more often than ever when you tackle in the right context.
Okay, and then the most intense, nerve-wracking moment in any game of FIFA, me and my boy Rob, we went, this is an everyday thing for us. Penalty kicks.
Yes.
What changes are you making to penalty kicks?
We have brand new penalty kicks and free kick systems.
Okay.
So first of all, the aiming mechanics are completely different and more accessible. But obviously, we're keeping some elements of skill in there to make sure there's enough depth in the mechanics for those that want to be masters on those systems. And for example, in free kicks, you're going to have full control of the spin that you apply to the ball, and that's going to create your trajectory. So you can do side spin, top spin, no spin, or a combination of them. And that's going to be based on how you swing your right stick. And then you will see the trajectory. So you can go around the wall, you can go over the wall, you can do a knuckle shot, for example. Ultimately, these systems are more, they're more fun, you have more control, so that you feel like it's more rewarding. And you swing your right stick, and then you see the trajectory being created, and that's the cool part.
So, for like us FPS gamers out there, maybe that's something that I can actually be good at, like
exactly
hit with the right stick. That's awesome. All right, so on the ball, talked off the ball, but the ball. That is the most essential part of the beautiful game. So what's new with the ball?
We have a brand new ball physics system. And the ball is at the center of every match. And the innovation that we're bringing to the ball this year just gives you a more authentic experience in general.
Yeah.
So we rewrote how the ball behaves on every player contact, on every bounce, on every interaction, and how spin affects the trajectory of a shot, pass, or cross. So what you will see is more realistic player deflections, more realistic bounces.
Apparently I'm muted.
And if you do a shot, let's say
Good, you didn't hear my snarking there. Look, to apologize for my snarking, which is what I started continuing with there,
So the
this sounds a lot like they're trying to appeal to their core demographic. Really. The people who are like really into the minutia and detail of how things change on an individual level. I get that, and I can respect that. I really can.
You have the eyes and ears of a ton of FIFA fans right now.
However, these people have the charisma of a wet noodle.
So the features that I just talked about are very important, but there are many other changes that we're doing in FIFA 20, and a lot of them are based on community feedback. One of them is pace.
Yeah.
We know that sometimes slower defenders can catch up with faster dribblers, so we're tweaking pace in FIFA 20. It doesn't mean that the entire game is
Like, I want you to count how many times that guy says the word control, for example.
attributes are going to be slightly more important. We're doing something very similar for strength.
Like, he sounds nervous as hell.
Those players that have mastered the skill moves, we're obviously tuning some of them. Let's say La Croqueta, we're adding new ones. Or if you like to chain multiple skill moves in a row, then you will get a more realistic outcome. We're working on those.
So you're telling me that Tex can't
Oh god, they're gonna do it, Mike Romano. They're gonna be like, yep, you're gonna have more control over your balls by playing this game. Yeah, Madden. I don't think that's what actual Madden people talk like, but whatever.
September 27th.
Look, I can't help that my balls are so deep. I don't understand my ball physics.
On September 19th.
I grinded my balls off trying to prepare for this. God, I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
We'll also be able to play FIFA September 19th.
All right, look at that there.
Ooh, damn it.
Online, so don't forget about that. It is a hot day out here. We've been talking FIFA. I've been having a blast.
My ball physics are gargantuan. No, Bregman, make sure I don't have blue balls.
If you're in LA, come down to EA Play. Try FIFA 20.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Great street football competition at our custom Volta pitch. Keep an eye out because the FIFA team has a lot more to come between now and September. They'll be posting deep dives on the Pitch Notes
I
platform.
wonder if you could improve your balls with loot boxes.
Career mode, pro clubs, Volta, and because we all know you want to talk about
I
it.
agree, Cashel. And to be perfectly blunt, that's why the people in charge of these things should take that into consideration. You know? I mean, to use a video gaming parallel, because I actually care about video games on this show, believe it or not, it's like having a really good speedrunner have to present his own speedrun. Being really good at a game does not make you really good at presenting a game. Logic. I hate this fight. This Birdo fight sucks. Shit, I should have been Toad for this. I would have Listen, I want my balls to be fully customizable. I want to be able to turn them into women balls. Because that way I'm being progressive and getting points. I think... Oh, no, we're good. Whoops. Yes, Malachor, I'm playing Mario Brothers 2. The real Mario Brothers 2 down here. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we're gonna restart this. There we go. That's what I was going for earlier. Listen, Zula, we're talking about balls! My balls! Oh... Let's get ready for this fight, because this is another boss fight here. Yeah, I want to know the ball physics of Madden. What about you guys? Ooh, that was close. A little too close. Yep. There we go. Okay, what do we got?
Saw all the news on FIFA 20, and in a moment, Golden Boy will be talking with Daily Show host and superfan Trevor Noah about the exciting things we just saw. Do you think it's weird that Golden Boy gets to talk to Trevor Noah and not me?
How are you?
Hey, well, you know what? Get out of here. Go. Go away. Jeez. But first, we've got a very special message about EA's Play to Give campaign, so let's check it out.
Hey everyone, if you're watching this video, chances are you've likely seen or even personally experienced harassment when playing online games.
No!
Say they've been bullied or threatened online.
Jesus.
We need to change that.
Absolutely. Games are for everyone, and the good news is we can all do something about it. EA is doing
That's why we're reading off of a script rather than being genuine about something that should be said.
Ditch the label, Pacer, in the United Nations.
I mean, harassment's awful, right?
EA.com/play-to-give to learn more about
Right. You don't need a script to say that.
or how you can help others who are. You can also donate. Any amount you can contribute really makes a difference to these nonprofits.
Jesus.
With the help of Play to Give donations last year, these charities achieved some pretty cool things.
This, you know, where's our awkward thing? Hang on.
Gender inclusivity and gaming to people around the world. Ditch the Label was able to help an additional 10,000 kids who are suffering from abuse.
We don't have an awkward thing,
Pacer
do we?
reached 1.4
We don't
million
have a fake
people with
thing.
information on how to combat bullying. Thanks so much, everyone. When we work together, we can make games a space where everyone feels safe and included.
Enjoy the rest of EA Play.
I got a better way to say that. Video games are awesome. Let's discuss.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Golden Boy here at EA Play.
Yeah, Brigwin's one of the biggest dicks I know. That's not true. She's like the third biggest dick I know.
You can find out more info about Play to Give online. Now, everybody, welcome to the EA Play stage. The host of The Daily Show, FIFA superfan, Trevor Noah.
Who?
Thank
you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming out, man.
Are you kidding?
And, you know, when they told me about this, so Greg obviously very salty he didn't get to do this interview. Haha. Stuck it, Greg. So I understand you are a massive fan of FIFA.
Well, I'm not a FIFA fan. FIFA is my full-time job, and then I do other things to sustain the habits. That's
Okay.
pretty much me.
Interesting.
Yeah,
'Cause,
when
like,
you
you're on
when you
TV,
when you
like,
really
every
play
day.
FIFA, you don't say that you're a fan. That's
Yeah.
just what you do.
That's fair.
Like Raheem Sterling is not a fan of Manchester City. He plays for the team. I play FIFA professionally. That's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my job.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
That's not funny. Sorry. I know. Glass houses. I'm really unfunny too.
Well, luckily there's night. There's nighttime as well. You gotta allocate your time properly.
Okay,
that's what you
interesting.
do.
Trevor Noah
time
doesn't sleep.
management.
Yeah, that is confirmed. All right, so.
What do you mean, Golvug?
Who's your favorite team again?
Who's my favorite team? My team.
Who's your
That's what
spot?
Ultimate Team is all about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, really?
Come on.
Really? That's where you're gonna go?
Why am I gonna go and support one team when I can create the best team ever? You know?
Okay, I feel like
Yeah.
you just don't want to draw any battle lines.
Oh
here.
no! When it comes to the English Premier League, I'm Liverpool through and through. You know, I'm
Okay.
excited for what they did. Yeah, Pain in Kiev, join now. And then you know, when it comes to Europe, I switch and I play with different teams. You know, because I get to enjoy just the players. But in the game, my team is the team.
Okay, so then who's like your big player on your team, on your ultimate team?
It depends. It changes depending on what card comes out. So for me right now, Syria Gomez, small little man, does major things. One of my favorite players in the game. I know this is a weird one. Right back Almeida, one of my favorite players. Just like I like playing with weird characters that no one else. is
Almeida's
playing.
actually pretty awesome.
There's gonna be playing with like
Martial. There's a player I really enjoyed. Is he even with Manchester anymore? I actually lost track of him.
Napoli, one of the best players you can play with in FIFA. Mark my words. Go and get him. Go get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just got to get like the weird players that no one else likes. And then like when you meet
Yeah.
them with your team, they don't know who the players are. They don't know how they play. And that's what makes FIFA such an amazing game for me is the customization.
Dude, I tell you right now, blown away and very impressed. By the way, Trevor Noah, man, just dropping the knowledge out
thank
here.
you, man. Thank you.
Trevor, I know this was a brief one, but I want to thank you so much for coming out to EA Play,
Thank
my
you so
friend.
much,
It's been
man.
a
I'm
blast.
excited, man.
And, you know, FIFA 20 is playable here, and we have to have a match. I think you and we have to have a match.
Well, we won't have a match. I will school you.
Okay.
There won't be a match.
Okay. Yeah.
We can play together,
Yeah.
and then I will teach you FIFA.
I kind of set myself up for that one. All right, well, Greg, back to you, buddy.
In a moment, Adam Rank is taking us on a deep dive on all kinds of new features coming to Madden 20. But first, power up your exosuits, freelancers, because we're talking Anthem. And this is 411. I'm joined by Anthem live service lead producer Ben Irving. Hey, Ben.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
I'm so sorry, Ben.
I can't believe you're really here.
I'm so sorry.
I flipped out on Kind of Funny Games Daily. No Anthem at EA Play. What's happening?
Of course we're going to come to EA Play. We've got a booth out there with lots of fans coming through to play it. But really the big thing for us this year is working with our influencers and game changers.
Sure.
We have our new update called the Cataclysm on our public test server.
Right.
And our time here this weekend is really about talking to them, getting feedback.
Could someone do me a favor and look up my final score for Anthem, please?
All right, good. You got the
It's actually on the website now. It should be there. On page 2.
Interesting 4 months for Anthem. It's been an interesting 4 months. What have you guys learned? What are you pivoting? What's happening?
Yeah, look, it's been a wild ride. You know, we've learned a lot of lessons over the last 4 months. I think one of the most important ones was just around listening to player feedback better.
Sure.
Yeah, fix the starter weapons.
Really trying to get this PTS game update out.
And the crashes.
Making sure
And the fact that it has fake graphics options. And the fact that it actually doesn't actually have resolution options at all. And the fact that it doesn't save its graphics options every time you restart the game. And the fact that its load times are crap.
The public test server is there for people to get.
And the fact that your quest design is garbage.
Telling people what's cool. You want to start building this.
-6 to story, -10 to gameplay.
They're the ones playing the game.
Oh, sorry.
So if they love it, great.
Wait,
They'll tell us the feedback.
is it -6 gameplay, -10 story?
Everybody can get into the public test server right now.
Yeah, it's available on PC right now. If you have access to Anthem, you can download the game and play it. If you happen to be somewhere near the venue, feel free to come on in. You can play it with us as well. And we're just, yeah, like I said, really looking forward to getting all that feedback.
I know that, the count. It was awful. Do not buy this game. This game is not worth free. I paid $15 for this game, and that was too much.
Future for Anthem, a very bright future, we hope. Look, it's kind of the same thing, you know. We've learned a lot this last few months. We really want to make the game better. We believe Anthem can be a really amazing game. We know we have some work to do. And
Nope. I gotta correct you there. You gotta get your tenses correct. Anthem could have been an amazing game.
Get back to work. A hug for Ben. How you doing? Oh my God.
I threatened a hug.
You did. Well, you didn't get a good one. Get in here. All right. For those of you here at EA Play and those of you at home, you can get your hands on Cataclysm right now. So join me and get back in the fight, freelancers. Now, everyone get excited because up next we have Adam Rank bringing you an exclusive first look at Madden gameplay with deep dives into the new X Factor abilities, face of the franchise, and more. So keep it here at EA Play.
You know what's funny? Anthem is a game that I gave a negative that I will never take away. And if you don't understand the significance of that, the overwhelming majority of positives and negatives I give out could hypothetically be changed over time. Either a DLC could come out, or a patch could change things, or content could be moved, right? So, while obviously that doesn't come up, and indeed never has come up, it is extremely rare that there's a positive or negative that's just set in stone. It's never changing. Anthem has a negative to gameplay that will never go away for the launch. That was an unacceptably appalling launch, and that negative can never be removed.
What is up, Madden fans? I am your host, Adam Rank. Nobody. One person applause break. I wanted a bigger pop than Trevor Noah, but that's okay. I'm still stoked to be here live from EA Play here in Los Angeles. Now, back at the NFL Draft, we revealed a ton of new features coming to Madden 20. Since then, we've been asking what you, the fans, want to see. Well, guess what? We've heard those results, and
yeah, this is Gridiron for our European viewers.
You guys want rank in the game. I'm in the game. Nope. I'm not in the game. I'm sorry. No, we got gameplay. We are going to give you actual gameplay. That's coming up in just.
You know that thing FIFA didn't do? Sorry.
Gameplay, the ones that you've been asking for. But right now up front, we're going to do a quick recap of 5 awesome new features coming to Madden 20 and show you even more details. Let's open things up with Face of the Franchise, the brand new career campaign that allows you to create a. You can pop for that. Yeah, that's cool. It's a
Gridiron sounds cooler. I agree.
You will be able to create a superstar quarterback, select one of 10 D1 schools, and compete in the college football playoffs. And speaking of superstar quarterbacks, we sat down with NFL MVP and Madden 20 cover athlete Patrick Mahomes to hear more.
I agree, Ethel, to both points. Anyways, thank you very much, Venters. As ever, much appreciate your support. Thank you. If you know what you want to put that sub towards, just let me know. If you want to put it towards the I'm interested in everything, just let me know. If you want to stab me, just let me know. So, okay. I got to point something out here. For those of you who actually follow Gridiron, you probably know what I'm talking about. I don't follow Gridiron personally. I know a lot of people who do. College football has kind of overtaken professional football in terms of not only interest from most people, but how many people are... Basically, the finances of that are starting to accelerate. It's still not quite at the same level of the NFL, but the fact that it's approaching is interesting in its own right. And again, most people I know who actually care about Gridiron are paying more attention to college than professional.
I'll never forget it. My expectation was...
I mean, I could think of two cities right off the top of my head who are currently dumping a huge amount of money into building new stadiums for college teams.
Oh, wow. Patrick Mahomes.
You got it, Venters.
Give it up. He's amazing. He's an amazing quarterback. He's living the journey that you'll be taking on in face of the franchise. And
Thank you, Melkor Blade, and I'm glad you like it.
Community manager Israel Cruz, a.k.a. Agent K, to give us a little bit more information on face of the franchise as well as some of the other...
Do the players get paid? That is a fascinating question.
And you know, me too. So I brought you one as well.
This is actually a real problem. I have to grease my head anytime I go out into the sun, and by grease I mean put sunscreen on. I get so red up here if I don't.
You gotta protect the noggin, man.
Yeah.
You gotta protect
Good to
the
see you,
noggin.
though.
Hey, it's
Thanks
good
for
to see
coming
you too. Thank you so much. You know, over the last few weeks.
Oh, I agree, Goldberg.
Live streams, and it's been great. Our community has been really engaged, and we've been asking them questions. What do you want to see here at EA Play? Right. And this is the culmination. We took their feedback. We're going to talk a little bit about those things. And regarding face of the franchise, our players wanted to see an NFL draft experience, kind of like what's going on. Right. So you'll see on one of these screens right here, what's really great.
Only when I shave, Ethel.
Going into the NFL draft sequence right here. You're in the green room. You know, your player's a little bit nervous, representing the Texas Longhorns. Go Horns.
There's a cheap-looking burger on the table.
So.
It's still Los Angeles. The Rose Bowl from a couple of years ago, still looming large, though. So be cool with that. Well, listen, don't get mad at me. Just stop Vince Young. All right, so here's the thing. So this is all awesome. I love the detail there. Once you get drafted, you're now in franchise mode and all that stuff. And I hear the Pro Bowl is coming back, too. What else should Madden fans know?
Is draft new? Honest question. I haven't been paying attention.
When you're going to go ahead and install the game, you're going to be able to play the Pro Bowl, get your hands on those Superstar X Factors, play with them a little bit. But our franchise players are wanting to see more about the scenario engine, and we're going to show a little bit about that. Now, the scenario engine, what it does, it brings dynamic quests, kind of dynamic challenges into the game that help you improve your player and their ratings week to week. So that's pretty awesome. But you said it earlier, people want to see more about gameplay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about gameplay.
Is there a blog where they can check all that stuff out, too?
Yes, there is. We've written quite a few blogs. We have Gridiron Notes, which you can go ahead and search the web. You'll
now,
find
this is going to sound like a joke, but I do actually have a weird amount of respect for the Madden franchise. Mainly because it's another one of those Pokemon effect games. There's actually a lot of complexity under the hood of it. A lot of stats. It's basically an RPG. Like, people have joked about this before, but it is functionally an RPG. It's just its absent story. There is a lot that goes into actually playing that game. It's weird.
For new formations. So right here we have out of the Raiders playbook a unique formation, which is actually called double.
An Anthem variant?
Single back double off close. And what's great about this is a PA sweep play we've got going on right here, which is absolutely great. Our players are excited about that, but what I'm excited about is that throughout the course of the season, we're going to go ahead and evolve those playbooks, and as things happen in the
NFL... yeah, they added a story 2 Maddens ago. I don't know if this one has one.
The one Derek Carr fan out there was very excited to see that Raiders playbook, and I know that we've got a lot of...
Also, boo Raiders while I'm on the subject.
I can't identify you without it. It's okay, listen. I'm talking to Israel, though. Here's the thing. Now, we've got a lot of Madden Ultimate Team fans in the house. Am I right? Yeah, right?
I'm just weirded out that they're only now adding drafts, you know? That seems like something that should have been in the series a while ago.
Yeah, so Ultimate Missions are great. A lot of times our Madden Ultimate Team players, when they log into the game, they're always trying to find the most up-to-date content. So one of the things this year that we're trying to do is provide them kind of a guide, an information hub, so then when they log in, they're not spending all that time looking in different areas. They can get the player items that they want for their team to make the best squad possible.
Oh my God.
I heard that. So one of the things that's absolutely great, let's say Khalil Mack has an amazing game on Sunday. You know, you log into Madden,
As
you
always.
log into Madden Ultimate Team, you want to be able to find it. So basically, we're going to go ahead and provide you that information guide, that step-by-step process, so you can get that item on your team.
Now, the Khalil Mack fan sitting here loves hearing
It's only
that.
$5.
Fans over here, not so much. Whatever. We appreciate
That's a little too
what you
soon.
guys. I know that. Talk about the Rose Bowl being too soon. Yeah, we love the Raiders. I love John Gruden, what he's done for our team. Now, the thing that I'm most excited for, though, is the superstar X Factor abilities. These.
Oh, jeez, Kingsfold. I actually know what you're talking about.
Superstars. And you're going to give us a little bit of a reveal on some of these abilities?
Yeah, so our players have been asking us to go ahead and talk about these.
My favorite
superstars.
team's the 49ers, by the way.
The first one we're going to reveal
Old school.
is Alvin Kamara, which is great. He has in-zone abilities. He also has superstar abilities, and we're going to go ahead and take a look right here. What's cool about his zone ability is called Satellite. You've heard of Satellite backs, right?
I know what it is.
Yeah, okay. So
You thought I was kidding about the RPG thing.
yeah, so at the end of the day, I mean, you know, you guys have seen the tape. Out of the backfield, Kamara's a deep threat as a wide receiver, as a receiver. It's crazy. He's absolutely amazing out of the backfield, but he also has superstar abilities. So those superstar abilities are matchup nightmare. So basically, you're going to go ahead and have better opportunities to go ahead and catch the ball against linebackers and DBs, and also better route running. I mean, he's absolute beast. And he also has running back apprentice. What
there's my
running
lunch.
back apprentice actually does for him is that it allows him to have 4 additional hot routes anytime and pre-play adjustments.
Love that. Now, listen, everybody who knows me knows I'm kind of a dumb guy. So can you explain the difference between zone abilities and superstar abilities?
Yeah, so for zone abilities, we talked about satellite. So what's going to happen is in-game, you're going to go ahead and get some in-game objectives on how to go ahead and get your player in the zone. And, you know, Clint's going to talk a little bit here about how you're going to be able to knock them out of the zone. But the thing is that superstar abilities, what that's going to allow you to do is that they're always available, they're always on, and not just that, but it brings like a unique, authentic feel to that specific player. So with Kamara, one of the things that we were actually showing right there is that it's going to allow him to go ahead and do some amazing things out of the backfield.
It's just another level of authenticity is what's everything.
Totally. I mean, our players have been asking us for a long time. They want the players to feel like NFL superstars when they're on the field, and we want to give that to them.
Okay, now to help us get even more down and dirty and some of those details on X Factor abilities, I want everybody right now, this is serious. Put your hands together because joining us here on the stage here in just a moment is one of the best wide receivers on the planet from the Pittsburgh Steelers, from the University of Southern California, a hardcore Madden fan. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way in the back, give it up for Juju Smith-Schuster. There it is. The crowd loves Juju, right? Yeah. Juju. You guys, oh my goodness. You know what? Thank you so much for coming out. We always appreciate you taking the time and interacting with the community and everything. How are you enjoying your time here at EA Play?
I'm loving it. It's awesome. It's a blessing to be here. You see the fans, the Steelers fans.
Look at that.
I was here last year, and it was an amazing setup. And to come back again, no question. And, you know, when I heard about Madden 20 and I heard about Pat Mahomes being on the cover and that whole X Factor thing, and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Now, you had a monster year once again. You know, you're obviously one of the best players in the league. Kind of go through the thought process. When you're on the field, you're in zone, you see single coverage. What are you thinking?
When I see that one-on-one, it's the opportunity of me getting the ball, you know, knowing that the defense is coming and the quarterback has to put the ball a lot faster. And all I can think in my head is, like, catch the ball, get yak yards, score touchdowns, celebrations. And pretty much in my head, I'm just like, wow, like, let's make a play, big plays.
And you make big plays. What do you had a 97-yard reception? Or did you have 2?
Yeah, 2.
Oh, you had 2 of them. That's right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sell you short. Now, in addition to getting all those yak yards, you're also known for wrestling away those jump balls. So it's no surprise to me that your zone ability is double me. Is it cool if we take a look?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, so what you guys are going to see right here with Juju said, once he gets in that single coverage and he is in the zone, there is no stopping him. The only way that you're going to be able to stop him is to go ahead and double cover him. And at the end of the day, you know, it's a new meta to the game. If you want to stop Juju, you got to double cover him.
Well, first of all, you can't stop him. Let's just put that out there right now. What did you think? Do you think we nailed it? What do you think?
That's awesome. That's crazy. That's definitely something I see myself doing, you know. The double coverage, especially this year, it's going to be super exciting. And I just can't wait, you know, having an X Factor. I can't wait to, you know, use it in the game, use myself in the game.
And are you ready to check it out? Are you excited to start playing?
Super excited.
All right, well, you're in luck because we've got Madden 20 playable right here at EA Play. You and Agent K can go try it out. Agent K, is there any way that our fans at home can maybe try this out as well?
Well, you know, I think a lot of people that are here are going to get a chance to go ahead and check out our our closed beta that's going to be happening for Madden 20. It's going to be happening on June 14th to the 16th. But I believe over at the Madden booth, we're giving out some codes. You guys may have seen it. So if you haven't checked it out, go over to the booth. There's going to be a blog up. I believe Man of the People, Z Farles, is going to go ahead and be talking about that, putting out. Check out our social channels. All that information is there. I brought a couple of codes here for Juju. We're going to give Juju some codes as well. We're also going to be sharing on social channels. Check that out. A lot of great information. You want some, Adam?
Do you mind?
Are you sure? All right, here you go. But no, it's actually
Hold on,
awesome.
we'll talk
But not just that, but we're going to work with Juju. He's going to be giving out codes on his channel. So again, tune into our social channels. All the information there about the closed beta happening on June 14th to June 16th. But since you're here, you guys can grab it early, download it, and get ready for June 14th.
All right, thank you so much for coming out. Israel, Juju, go play the game.
Awesome.
Go play the game. Give it a round of applause. Juju Smith-Schuster, there he goes, handing out those codes. I don't know that you're going to get those back. I don't know if he's going to. All right, well, Juju's going to go get a taste of what Madden 20 is all about. But don't go anywhere, guys, because we've got even more Madden 20 gameplay to show you right now. Because please welcome to the stage our senior gameplay designer, Clint Oldenburg. Put it together, everybody.
Anyways, yes, Papa Neeks, I'm seeing it next week. It's not like I get a choice, it's for the job.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here. Now, we've seen those X Factor abilities, but I want to dig a little bit deeper. Tell me a little bit more about how they impact gameplay.
That's a great question. I'm going to follow it with a question for you first.
Okay.
And I'm trusting you to give me the right answer.
You got it.
What are some reasons you like to watch football?
I like yelling at my fantasy players.
That might be the most honest thing he's said.
When you have somebody like Juju Smith-Schuster, I want to see him make some big plays.
That's exactly right.
And sorry that you have to follow it, by the way.
That was a hard assignment,
looking,
man.
by the way.
That was a really hard assignment.
Trevor Noah.
And
Clint, hey.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, give it up.
Yeah, so you mentioned superstars. The NFL is such a star-driven
Time.
league. Madden is no different. We set out with a creative vision this year to make our stars feel like stars. So we created this ability system known as Superstar X Factors. These abilities are going to bring authentic skills that make these guys feel unique and powerful so that every individual game is unique and game planned differently.
And that's what it's all about, authenticity. And that's great that you guys take that extra level of realism. Can we see some more X Factors in action? Can we, we talked about Mahomes at the start of the show. I'd love to see him go out there and do his thing if that's possible.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff to show you here with Patrick Mahomes, our cover athlete. Bazooka is his zone ability. Now, to get into the zone, you have to do an in-game objective. With Mahomes, you have to complete 4 passes of 30 yards or more, and once you get inside the zone, denoted there by his X Factor icon, he can throw the ball further than anyone else in the game. His max pass distance has increased about 15 yards to about 80. You can bomb the thing.
Everybody's oohing and eyeing. I mean, that's what we see on Sunday. Now, you talked about the air yards. It's got to be air yards, right? Not dump off to Damian Williams?
Exactly. 4 passes of 30 yards or more. That's traveling in the air 30 yards, so the rack yards don't count.
And this all makes sense because obviously Mahomes has a hell of an arm, but can all quarterbacks make throws like that?
This is just an emergency pizza. I didn't have anything cooked, and I didn't have time to cook. It's literally, I have a few frozen pizzas in my freezer for exactly this situation when I need food right now because I'm starting to get queasy and shaky.
So that's his zone ability.
Dude, this is totally an RPG. I've been saying that for years at this point.
As an X Factor, one of our better X Factors, he has a zone ability and then superstar abilities. We're going to break down his loadout here, right here. We got Escape Artist.
But yeah, this is just pepperoni. I didn't have anything to add to it.
Gives him elite agility and speed when scrambling on passing plays. Looks like Mahomes, right? It's
yeah, it
sick.
does. Unfortunately.
I mean, that's what he does. And then Dashing Deadeye gives him perfect passing accuracy when throwing on the run. So it's a nice little combo there. Perfect passing accuracy is the best accuracy you can have in our game.
And then here's the red zone.
Yeah, red zone Deadeye. If you watched him last year, you know he was deadly in the red zone. When he's inside the 20-yard line, again, perfect passing accuracy. Lastly, no look Deadeye. I'm really excited about this one. He's going to have perfect accuracy. The only quarterback in the game at launch to have perfect accuracy on crossbody throws. Exclusive to him is the no-look signature Mahomes animation.
That's his signature look. That's exactly what he does every Sunday, and everybody gets upset about it. And this is the thing, though. I know Mahomes, I get it. He plays like a star. But come on, this is kind of a lot. Is he unbeatable? Is there? If I'm on the other side of the ball, like, what can I do to stop him?
Man, you must play Madden, because that's a question our players are going to want to know.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, it's a chess match. So just like in the NFL, the way to shut down a high-powered passing game is pass rush. The defense is going to have knockout conditions when these guys are in the zone. You're going to see here Mahomes with his X-Factor icon lit up. He's in the zone. Von Miller's going to sack him. The objective for the Broncos in this game is sack Mahomes, knock him out of the zone. So each team's going to have ways to counter each other.
So again, it's authentic football conditions. It's a chess match. It's all that stuff.
Exactly. And if you pull that objective off, you knock him out of the zone, then he has to go through his objectives again to get back into the zone.
All right, well, that's a little bit reassuring. I'm glad that there's some checks and balances that go along with all that stuff. But we all know, and I know you're an offensive guy, but defense wins championships. We've seen what the offense can do. Let's talk about the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
You know who I want to see? One of the most incredible athletes in the NFL, regardless of position, Aaron Donald. What's he all about?
Yeah, man, Aaron
You
Donald.
can pop Aaron Donald.
Scary. Yeah, give it up for Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is scary. So I played offensive line when I played, and I knew I couldn't block him. That's why I'm sitting in this chair. So he's reflected pretty well. He's got his own ability called Fearmonger.
Okay.
What makes him special is when he gets
Worst
in the zone,
pizza
he can
topping?
actually apply pressure
Pineapple.
penalties to the quarterback, even when he's engaged in a block. Typically, those penalties only occur when you're free rush, unblocked to the quarterback. He does it while he's blocked. We're going to take a look at some of these. He also has superstar abilities. You're going to see these in the video. There was the pressure penalty applied to the quarterback.
Right.
In addition to that, he has pass rush elite. That's a superstar ability that gives him quicker, faster pass rush shed moves as a pass rusher. And then under pressure, makes those penalties he's applying to the throw power and throw accuracy of the quarterback more punitive. So he's quite a disruptive pass rusher.
Because that's one of the things, too. It's not necessarily, especially with somebody who's playing defensive tackle, it's not somebody who's always going out there and getting sacks. It's guys who are going out there and also getting pressure up the middle, pushing offensive linemen into the face of the quarterback.
Yeah, it lends itself to more strategy in the game. You got to know who you're playing against. You got to know who you're playing with. Like I said, it's
Look, I got nothing against anyone else who likes pineapple on pizza. That's all on you. I hate pineapple on pizza.
putting pressure.
I'm not actually joking or memeing. I can't stand pineapple on pizza. The only thing I like less than pineapple on pizza is fennel. And that's not actually a topping, that's a consequence.
All the play and all that stuff going on, is that you've worked really hard to bring these...
Oh, that's true. Mayo would be worse. Okay, so mayo is worse than pineapple on pizza.
And that includes some
I
custom
forgot that was a
animations.
thing.
So what are some of the examples of these custom animations we're checking out?
These are super cool. We didn't want our superstars to just feel great. We want them to look great, too. The first place is quarterback, cover athlete Patrick Mahomes. We went out and captured these guys' signature passing animations. We have coverage for about 6 to 7 of the most popular quarterbacks in the game. We're going to continue to add to these throughout the year. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's not a joke. I once had a pizza ruined because they put mayo on it. I couldn't eat it. It was 100% trash.
Getting the team in the zone. These animations, you know, celebrations, throw styles, it's to connect with your favorite players, connect with your superstars on the field.
Well, you saw it. Like, right when we saw the thing with Ezekiel Elliott, somebody who's a Cowboys fan or just likes watching him play, that they can identify with. They start cheering and they like seeing that kind of stuff. I don't like seeing Aaron Rodgers leave his feet and throw the ball 90 yards down the field, but whatever. We don't have to get into that, Khalil Mack.
That's
I got
all right,
it. But
that's
you know
all
what? And we've talked a lot about the new features. What about players?
So it looks like the Invitational just ended.
What are like some of the tools in my toolbox, so to speak?
Nailed it with the toolbox.
Right,
Love
it is. It's kind of what it is.
Yeah, we're always looking at ways to add new mechanics to the game, give our players.
Apparently they have 4 more rounds after this.
I'm
reading this right.
The first is the
Oh, maybe that's Splatoon. I don't know.
pull down mechanic. What this does is give you the ability on a passing play to pull down the passing icons with a button press, become a ball carrier, full access to all the spin moves, jukes, ball carrier moves, and then you can bring back your icons again with the same button press and throw it at any time. Makes any quarterback a dual threat, brings some skill. Here with Ben Roethlisberger, we're looking at the new pump fake mechanic. You can now pump fake to a specific receiver on the field by double tapping the button. You're going to see the reticle come up to get guys to bite on it. It could dual purpose mechanic. You can also use it to pull down if you feel like you've made a poor decision and you want to cancel the throw. Just quickly double tap it. You'll pull it back down.
So you can, kind of pump fake it to an outside guy and then check it down to a tight end or something like that?
Absolutely. You can even use it on double moves. If you want Juju to run a slant and go,
okay,
pump fake it on the slant, take him deep.
Oh, that's amazing. And it just keeps getting better. And you know this. You played in the NFL not too long ago, but the game has changed so much in the number of years since you've been gone. We've seen a lot of college coaches come in, and they've brought in their offenses. And most recently, Cliff Kingsbury down there in Arizona, bringing in his high-powered offense. Kyler Murray, you know, not a prototypical quarterback. He's shorter. But they're going to do a lot of that run-pass option. Are you bringing that into the game?
Yes. Super excited to announce that we are delivering RPOs, as they're known. I mean, you know, you can't watch an NFL broadcast without hearing that acronym, RPO.
All they talk about.
13, 14 times, right? So this is a concept taking the entire football world by storm. We actually have 3 different types of RPOs in our game. We have alerts, peaks, and reads. I'm going to break those down really quick for our players. The first is an alert. That's a very basic pre-snap read. You're calling a running play, and you're going to look at what the defense is aligned in. If you think you can run the play, you just call the play, you hit nothing, you'll hand it off, and away you go. However, what's cool about those plays is you can branch out of that handoff at any time just by hitting the receiver icon and throw it if he's open. So that's a really cool way to be creative on offense. And then there's 2 other types. The peak, more similar to a read option. You're reading a single defender on defense, looking at his behavior after the snap. If he bites on run, you can pull it out, throw to your receiver, and if he sits back on pass, you just hold the button down, hand it off to the running back, gain yards on the ground. Lastly, the read.
I'm actually allergic to ranch, in addition to not liking the flavor of it.
You're going to read 2 to 3 defenders after the snap, look at their behavior, then decide if you want to hand it off to your running back, keep it with your quarterback, or throw it to the receiver. We actually have over 200 RPO plays in our playbooks this year.
220. That's a lot. That is very impressive. And it sounds like you've built in a lot more flexibility. Are there any other formations or plays coming to the game?
Oh, yeah. You're going to see, if there's any Eagles fans in here, you're going to see something cool here in a minute. We got new animation technology as part of our RPO story. So we were able to put in a lot of these cool concepts you're seeing in the NFL right now. Philly Special is in the game.
Look away,
We're gonna
Patriots
see that
fans.
on the gameplay right here. There it is right there. We also have a lot of jet sweep touch pass concepts. You're seeing the Chiefs and the Rams, teams like that using end arounds. You're going to see a lot of fresh, unique content in the playbooks. And the cool thing is, we're going to be updating the playbooks all season long to make sure that we're staying up to date with the NFL.
This is all amazing. Thank you so much, Clint. I cannot wait for this game. And we've dropped a lot of awesome info here about Madden 20 here at EA Play. I just want to say once again,
Honestly, no, I don't, Goldog.
Even more Madden 20 news. You can tune in.
I'm aware that ranch isn't one thing. It's like 13 things or whatever.
I've got
But something in there, excuse me, something in it consistently gets to me. Like burning, swelling. It's awful.
In addition to being a game designer, Clint uses his background as a former NFL player to help make sure that those ratings are accurate. And our friends over at ESPN have helped to put together a little video to get us the scoop on the best job in the world, the Madden Ratings Adjuster. Let's roll it.
This is good.
Sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver. As the Broncos get set to do battle.
A 90 overall?
Yeah, y'all got my jumping weak, bro. I seen that.
My Madden rating is horrible. It is trash.
We're trying to make our game match what these players are doing in real life.
I would like Saquon Barkley's jump to be accurately rated.
It should be like 93, 94. And if they think that we have it wrong, they're going to let us know about it.
I hope I can get to the 90s range next year.
My catch rating got to go up a little bit. I can't be dropping picks on Madden. I need my speed up. Just turn the notch up a little bit for you, boy.
Okay, that's got to be a fun job. All right, you need to make up stats for actual people that are playing football now.
Yeah, I'm coming to you.
I'm Clint Oldenburg, and I'm a Madden Ratings Performance Adjuster.
Between those new X Factor abilities, face of the franchise, and the RPO, and all that gameplay, Madden fans have a lot to be excited about. And now, I can't wait for our final show of the day. It's more epic than Star Wars, more extreme than Battlefield, and more competitive than Madden, FIFA, Apex Legends combined. That's right, I'm talking about The Sims. But before we talk Simlish, the Apex Legends Wattson reveal earlier has inspired me to come up with some legend ideas of my own. So I'm now joined by Apex Legend game designer Griffin Dean has agreed.
I eat salads with no dressing at all. That's my preferred way of
in a
eating
lot of
salad.
ways, it has to do with the way that they interact in the ecosystem of characters and a lot of sort of creating interesting interactions and choices for players. So a lot of it has to do with sort of the way that the legends work together as a unit rather than them individually.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really base my picks or my descriptions on that, but I can work on the fly.
All right,
Let me first off tell you about the Grabbler.
The Grabbler?
Like the Grabbler. He
I
likes
like-
to take things.
He-
Or
okay.
he takes things.
Okay.
So he could be taking people's ammunition.
Okay.
He could take that. You know, you put your pings up. He could take away pings.
Okay.
Is he a kidnapper? You might ask. He's not above it. He doesn't define himself as a kidnapper, but he's not above it.
So I like the name. It seems like you could do a thing where like teammates' items just appear in his inventory as his passive, and he's like, I don't know where these came from. Like it just kind of it writes itself. I mean,
It does. It does
just-
right there,
yeah,
right? I was thinking about with this taller Gibraltar.
Taller Gibraltar. Okay.
Gibraltar.
But tall,
2 inches tall.
2 inches tall.
It's enough that you notice, but not enough where you're like freaked out.
I don't know if the level can support that hitbox.
I thought you called yourself a video game developer.
You know,
all right.
You know,
You're
this
Respawn.
is this is.
What about Portillo?
Portillo, what is?
He's my wiener dog. A lot of people have a problem with me on the internet. No one ever has a problem with Portillo.
Okay, you know, thematically, I could see that working.
And then what about Dwayne the Rock Johnson? Huh? I mean, we don't. No explanation needed.
Yeah, no, that's you just. I feel like there'd be a lot of wrestling involved.
Well, I mean, he's very versatile.
That's true.
Now.
That's true.
I don't think you understand The Rock anymore. Go over there.
Okay.
Get to work on these ideas. All right. Vince said I had just a blank check. All right.
All right.
Go do your thing.
Will do.
Hey, if it isn't Golden Boy himself, how you doing? You killing it? I haven't gotten to see you today.
I know a little bit about Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, I know. Titan Games, NBC, whatever.
Just
You're
saying.
big time now. You're a big deal.
Just throwing it out there. All those ideas, by the way, were freaking awful. Just want to throw it out there.
I thought it was
Except for Portillo. Portillo's a winner.
Portillo's the only thing that gets me over.
Yeah. No, everything else is you're getting buried, but Portillo always over.
Alex, what was it like talking to Trevor Noah?
Hey, Trevor Noah is awesome. Did not expect him to be as hardcore of a FIFA fan as he was. I said on Twitter, he schooled me like straight up. I respect that. You know.
Yeah.
I like going toe to toe with a fellow wordsmith on the stage. You know.
All right, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of Trevor Noah? Let us know in the chat. I'm sure someone's looking at it. But right now, we are not done yet. Everybody get excited because we're finishing EA Play Strong with an in-depth look at what's new for The Sims 4, including the world-exclusive reveal of a brand new pack. Yeah. Stay tuned.
Oh, you guys are great. Welcome, Simmers, to EA Play. Yes, I'm very excited to talk about everyone's favorite game series, The Sims. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm Julia Hardy, and today we're giving you a guided tour of what's new with The Sims 4, plus a couple of fun surprises, so stay tuned. Now, to help me translate all of this Simlish, everybody join me in welcoming General Manager Lindsay Pearson and Senior Producer Michael Duke. Hi.
Pro marketing tip. Don't say, I have a surprise later. Just surprise them with it later.
Absolutely. I've been with The Sims a long time, and this is one of my favorite things to do, is come out and see all of you and tell you exciting things.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's going to be a big year for us. It's actually, we're celebrating 20 years of making The Sims this year.
Yeah.
And Lindsay and I keep debating it, but I think this is going to be the best year yet.
I think it might be.
Well, I mean, really what we want to know is, what have you got for us? Come on, tell us everything.
Of course. Well, it is EA Play. We couldn't come empty-handed, so we'll start with our big one first. I'll let you take that.
Absolutely. So we have the next expansion pack for The Sims 4, Sims 4 Island Living.
Let's check out that trailer.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound stupid. Did they add, like, neighborhoods back into Sims 4 at some point and I missed it? I asked because that looks a lot like the neighborhood type feature, aka the best part about Sims 3. You know, the thing they took out of Sims 4 because they were stupid.
I was just waiting for that one. Oh, that was so cool. And look, we're in our own little island paradise. Can I just say, I didn't know what the reveals were going to be, and I accidentally just wore this. Super weird. And obviously, you know, talking about fashion, there's a lot of island fashion there. One of the biggest things people absolutely love. What can we be? What can we be dressing up as? What can we look like?
Absolutely. You know, to capture that island spirit, we needed to have a lot of new outfits and capture.
Because they're
those
stupid, Anthony.
Not exactly that, but
What? Why
certainly
not?
those bright colors like you're showing off there. But, you know, we really wanted to add a lot of island wear and that stuff you can stay cool in when it's so hot.
It's true.
Yeah. And we had to bring in a lot of new fun colors and patterns, but also hairs, accessories, everything to deck out head to toe to just chill and relax on this beautiful island.
I mean,
Man, this is making me want to play The Sims 3 again.
you know, I'm getting a little bit hot. I'm not someone who likes to dwell on a beach too much. Yeah, what if I want to go in the water? What's going to be happening there?
So we're very excited. So for the first time in The Sims 4, our Sims are going to be able to walk right into the open water, and we're opening up
Yes.
open water gameplay.
Just been teasing the water
Yeah.
at this point. It's there.
I mean, like you saw in the trailer, she walks right in. Our Sims are going to be able to do that, and you can snorkel in the water. There's swimming, floating, and there's also those pretty awesome aqua zips. If
Yeah.
you're in a hurry to get where you're going.
So, what inspired you guys to introduce this kind of ocean gameplay this time?
Yeah, well, we've taken The Sims to a lot of different worlds and a lot of different places, but we hadn't yet really played with the idea of where the land and the water meet and really bring you into an ocean environment, which seems like a great addition.
Damn it, Wanta.
I mean, you know, when I think of tropical islands, I'm thinking of, you know, like palm trees, ocean waves, relaxing on the beach. So, like, tell me more about this world. What can I actually...
No, he's wearing the exact same outfit, Brigwin. There's just a Speedo over it, over his robe.
It really is the perfect place to unplug and enjoy this natural feel. So you can explore all these little alcoves. You can live closer to the coast, or you can live higher up towards the hills, or...
What's wrong?
Yeah.
So, no, wait, there's an active volcano here.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you were selling me the dream of living on an island.
Well-
Now I'm not sure I really want to go there.
It is a real island.
Most islands are formed by volcanoes.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
so
don't
you
get
know.
nitpicky.
Yeah, so we had to put this active volcano in there. Now, you don't have to live next to it, but
Right.
the riskier Sims may choose to live nearby.
Oh, yeah, and then, Kel
sometimes it gets
surprise.
angry.
Something
You gotta watch out
terrible.
for
There you go. That's how you kill the new way to kill Sims.
The Sims. I don't know how that was going
I
to
mean,
go,
what do
but
you
probably
expect's
not
going to
well.
happen when you touch something really, really hot?
Probably burns.
Beautiful locale, slightly dangerous.
I mean, what other surprises are in store on this island? I mean, I, for one, want to know if I can befriend any kind of cute animals there. What kind of animals can we befriend?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be The Sims if we didn't let you make friends with some of the animals.
Exactly.
So in this case, the one we're really excited about is the dolphin.
Yes.
So our art team and animators just blew away the expectation. on this.
Any
the dolphin's
research
so much
trips
fun.
like the Battlefield team, just going off to somewhere hot? Like,
No,
oh,
we're
we
going
just
to
need
talk
go
to
an
them about
island.
how they got to do
Don't
that.
ever study dolphins if you want to still think they're cute, by the way.
So cute, and you get to make like a really nice friend with them, and maybe they'll do tricks for you or squirt water in your face. You know?
Absolutely. Well, and then we added a bunch of tropical fish to the water too.
Yes.
So we really wanted to get those coral reefs around the island to feel lush and full, and so that meant more fish.
Lovely. I mean, I don't know. We don't have fish like that in the UK. I mean, we might do, but the water's so murky, I've never seen them. So
I'm sure they're down there.
I mean, they
They're
must
probably
be.
lovely.
What do you put with the chips?
Right. I'm sure they're beautiful
So at least
rainbow
they
fish.
taste delicious. You have that going for it.
I mean, I think the island looks so relaxing. Obviously, it's not really about vacation. It's also, you know, it's about kind of working there as well. But like, what's kind of like the feel and the vibe of the island going to be like?
You know, I think it's one of those things we talk a lot about in the team is capturing what it would be like to really live on that island. It's not just a place you vacation, but we wanted this to be a place that's home for your Sims.
Or, you know, tricks to be played on you.
Well, that happens too.
Well, and so there's lots to do on the beach. You saw sun tanning, sun burning, building castles. The whole family can go out and play together, find seashells, or the mischievous Sims, you know, knock things down.
Well, and aqua zips. I want to say it again. No, but they're so good.
What are they called again?
Aqua zips.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot to look at, so you've got to take time to really explore it all.
Okay, so obviously we've established that Sulani is like a great place for Sims to kind of kick back and, you know, what if my Sims, you know, they don't want to I can't personally lie on a beach for longer than about 30 minutes, get really bored. What if they want to get their hands dirty?
Well, I'm very excited about a new thing that we're introducing. If your Sims want a new career to take care of this island, you can actually become a conservationist. And your job is going to be to keep this ecosystem looking beautiful.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was certainly one of the big goals was a way for your Sims to kind of care for their world and make it a better place.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, very relevant with everything that's going on today in the world and how everyone's kind of a lot more kind of aware. So was that kind of what inspired you guys to bring that in?
You know, I think there's a few things that really hit us. I mean, the first was just, it's something we all care about. A lot of us on the dev team worry about the environment and what's going on, but we talked about the idea that this island's this closed ecosystem, and so your actions and choices are going to have a lot more impact. And so something new we've added here, and we're really excited about, is the island actually changes over time. So if you're taking care of it,
oh right, okay,
it'll actually become more lush. You'll see more greenery, brighter, beautiful flowers, and there's Lindsay's favorite part:
more butterflies.
That's all she really cares about.
But it also today happens to be World Oceans Day, which is amazing. That's exactly what we were talking about.
Totally
how do we
planned
take
for that.
care of these ecosystems?
So obviously, Sulani is really, really beautiful. You know, you can kind of go out there, but like, sometimes you want to make a little bit of cash. I mean, you know, like barbecue meat, I presume, is expensive. I don't know, but so how can we make some extra simoleons while we're there?
Like we said, we wanted to make this place you live, which means you've got to have a way to earn some simoleons.
Yeah,
and
the gap year has to end sometime.
Eventually.
You have to go home and earn some money as much as we
So we added a couple like odd jobs and things that you could kind of work on the hours you wanted to, right? And so we've added the ability to make fishing more of a career, and then also the lifeguard, so you can get your tan while you're working.
If you want to spend more time in the water, you can be a dive instructor. There's a lot of different ways to just pick up a job when you want and earn a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So I suppose one of the important things as well is, as it's not a vacation, as you are actually kind of living on this island, obviously, you know, you have to kind of be aware and know what's kind of part of local culture, because you're not just there on holiday and you go in and go out, you're living there. So what kind of, you know, the side of the culture of the island can we actually see within?
Right, yeah, this is a place that you live, and the locals are super friendly, actually, and are going to come and help you out with all sorts of different things as you explore the island.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about this the other day, like, actually, like, all the neighbors are really, really helpful and help you.
You know, like if a fire happens to break out, your neighbor might bust in and help you put out that fire.
That's lovely. That's what
they're so
neighbors
nice.
should do.
So, but they also have their own traditions, their own sort of activities that you might be able to join in. So you might stumble across a barbecue that they've started in town, or a little festival to sort of celebrate things going on. And you might even stumble into a kava party.
Sorry, what, a kava party? What's a kava party?
So a kava is a special island drink that your sim can learn how to make and share with their friends on the island. It's one of the many delicacies you'll learn kind of exploring life in Sulani.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things we talked about was we wanted to have this island have a little history to it, just some sense of feeling of some people have lived here a long time, and there are traditions that are unique to this place, the world of Sulani.
So how can we kind of learn more about the island's history, like when we're there? How do we do that? Aside from, you know, drinking kava.
Well, I mean, that might be one experience you should try, but on top of that, something else the team was really excited about adding is these elementals.
Do they have rain and snow?
Kind of these spirits, these ancients who care a lot about Sulani, and you know they want to see their world taken care of. And when you do good things, they might be really happy and pleased. And if you're bad to the island, I don't think they
may not
will
approve.
appreciate it. Yeah, you know,
It's
so
like
just
sting in the tail.
yeah. Well, and we added some new traits with this pack that we wanted to really let if your Sims are super in touch with the land or that's important to you, you know, they can really get in touch with the water or the land and unlock some new behaviors.
Yeah. Okay. So from like what we've kind of seen in all the videos, it feels really inspired by like Polynesian culture. So how did you kind of go about kind of educating yourself to like bring that into the game?
Well, every time we make a world, we want to learn a lot about the influences that could go into that place, because it's not a particular real place, but it's inspired by real places. So short of flying there and researching it ourselves, we reached out.
Work that into it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, EA is a big global company, so we were able to reach out to a lot of our friends and coworkers across the company and say, hey, we're looking at exploring a place inspired by this culture.
Yeah.
And could you share with us some patterns or iconography or symbols or even items that mean something to this culture so we can try and create them in a way that feels rich and feels authentic?
Well, questions just like, what was iconic to you? Or what do you remember when you think back to living in that place?
Right, and some of our specific like decor items came exactly from those recommendations, which is really cool. It's these nice touches that I hope make it feel familiar while still feeling like a new Sims world.
Yeah.
So not to make light of all that.
I could actually
'cause I think
see
that's
that,
fantastic,
Harry.
but I really feel like I've been quite patient up until this point, and you haven't really mentioned it yet. Mermaids! What on earth's going on? Come on, let's cut to the chase. Mermaids! Mermaids, tell us everything.
There are mermaids.
Yes, so mermaids are in the pack. And I know lots of players are going to be wondering, it is a very fully featured call. You can take them into cast, you can create and style your mermaid, lots of different tails. It's a lot of fun, but also, you know, the mermaids, they can do a little bit more. Obviously, they're very in touch with the ocean life. So, you know, I'd recommend your mermaid meet a dolphin. That might work out for you. But lastly, the mermaids have some pretty cool powers that you might want to discover.
Powers? Can we call them that?
Yeah, we could say mer powers.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us what they are?
There's still
Not
a bit of mystery to the
He's
mermaids.
like, don't
but
ask me that on
They
stage.
are definitely worth exploring, so I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on them.
So, of course, I would just love to keep talking about mermaids, but no conversation about The Sims would be complete without a chat about, obviously, interior design. So kind of what's new for the architects out there. New homes, new furniture. We saw some, I'm pretty sure we saw some houses on stilts as well over the water, right?
Yeah, so I think, you know, first and foremost, lounge chairs. We're going to go to Island. We're going to live the beach life.
I don't want to sit upright if I'm relaxing. I'm sorry.
No awkward sitting on the snake.
We had to bring the lounge chairs in, but then also a lot of that decor to really capture that Polynesian feel, right? And so we wanted to make sure there was that clutter that felt authentic and let it feel like this was home.
Yeah, and you can go for this more sort of local style cabana on the beach, or you can go for something a little more high end and modern. We really wanted you to feel like you could create the getaway of your dreams.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm so 100%.
That's what I always do, Money Mage.
I'm much more of a kind of modern sort of house.
I kind of like the fantastical features and the realistic features to be kind of segregate. In other words, I like to toggle. Usually when I played Sims 3, I wouldn't have any fantastical features, though. I would play mundanely.
I can't wait to check out, obviously, the new Island Living expansion pack. And now that I've got a feeling out that some of you, you know, that you've got some more exciting additional information as well for us. So it's not just that. Have you got a bit more news to share?
We do have some more news. In fact, we're going to kick to somebody else for this announcement.
Okay.
So here's Joey Graceffa.
Ooh.
Hello there, everyone. I'm Joey Graceffa, and if you didn't know, I absolutely love The Sims, and I'm so excited to announce this upcoming partnership with one of my favorite games. So this summer, The Sims is actually partnering with the amazing It Gets Better project. As part of this partnership with It Gets Better, Sims is going to be releasing Pride items in all The Sims products in the next few months. There's going to be a variety of It Gets Better and Pride clothing in Sims Free Play, the Sims mobile app, and Sims 4. There's even a gender-neutral bathroom in Sims 4, along with a bunch of other items to show off your pride. Thanks so much for letting me share this news with everyone. Now go out and enjoy your EA Play.
Yeah. That's so
Yes,
cool.
please give us more money to show that we are totally with you guys. We really are, we swear!
Of course, because it's
Sorry.
it's Pride Month, it's Pride Week here in Los Angeles. How are you guys going about kind of supporting that great cause?
Well, The Sims has always been a game about being inclusive and the self-expression of creating yourself and people you know and telling your own story. So this is a wonderful opportunity to bring new content in the game to celebrate that.
Definitely, and I think also people don't realize how important it is sometimes, you know, when you're kind of growing up and you're figuring out who you are, you're discovering what kind of person you are and discovering, you know, about your sexuality and being able to kind of sort of role play within games is a really, really safe place to do that. So, you know, you guys have been doing it pretty much from the start, way before everyone else. So it's really great. I mean, isn't that great to see? It's so, so great. Yeah.
It's great. It's great, great, great.
Well, it's something we're very
Isn't it
proud
so
of.
great, guys?
The game a long time. It's something that keeps making me
Sorry.
excited about being able to do more.
Yeah, I love when we get to do stuff like that. You know, it makes what we do feel so much more powerful and meaningful. And, you know, I always beam getting to tell people that I work on this game.
Yeah.
And that we do such amazing stuff, you know. And also, when we get to hear from our community about the experiences they've had or how the game helped them get through a tough time in their life or realize something about themselves, it's just, that stuff really keeps us going as developers.
People forget how powerful gaming is and how much it can really kind of affect and change you as a person and show you stuff. It's amazing. So when can we get our hands on it?
Yeah, so Joey mentioned briefly, but starting June 18th, the Pride content will come to The Sims 4, and then it will start rolling out over The Sims Mobile and The Sims Free Play a little bit later.
That's right.
So keep an eye out for that.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's great, but I mean, I think you've actually got, this is such a ridiculous, and it's back to back, right? What else? You've got something else that you want to announce in the summer. What's going on?
We actually had, I think, 2 more things we wanted to talk about.
Two more things.
Two more things.
I'm gonna let Lindsay talk about this.
All right,
next.
so first of all, earlier this year, we announced our partnership with Moschino by releasing a real-world capsule collection of looks inspired by The Sims. I see some of them, and I'm very excited. And we had a hoodie that was actually put into all of our Sims games. So later this summer, we're going to be bringing that fashion and more to the Sims 4 Moschino Stuff Pack.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So not only are we going to be looking pretty special, but what if we want to kind of go and strut our stuff somewhere else and like really show off the outfits that we've got?
Well, so I think one of the things that I'm most excited about in this stuff pack is for the first time, we're actually going to add a career as part of a stuff pack.
Okay.
And so we've decided the perfect career for this pack is a part-time job as a freelance fashion photographer, so you can capture all those amazing looks your Sims can now rock.
That's so me.
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
That's
Looks
gonna be
really good.
amazing.
I'm excited.
Wow, well, we've covered so much so far. A new expansion, a new partnership, a new stuff pack, but we're not done yet, folks.
Oh, no.
No, we're not.
Michael and Lindsay brought one more big surprise for all of you guys.
Well,
so take it away.
Yes, I know you're all hoping, so we thought maybe we could tell you which game pack we had in mind.
Ooh, I don't know. I think maybe we could conjure up something.
All right, Mike, I'll let you spell it out for them.
The next game pack for The Sims 4 is Realm of Magic.
That's amazing. I mean, when are we going to be getting more info on this? I mean, aside from the fact that you've just told us just now, and like you only just told us, when are we getting more info on this?
Yes, so we will tell you more about the game pack later this year, so you'll have to wait a little more.
But it is coming this fall.
It is coming this fall.
Yes. Wow. I can't wait. These guys clearly can't wait. So,
We've
Lindsay
had
and
a
Mike.
couple community members asking for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah?
It's
We're
a
very
popular
excited. Who
request.
doesn't love a little bit of magic?
Yes, it's true.
So big thank you to Lindsay and Michael, and thank you so much for showing us what's next in The Sims 4. So let's just quickly recap this, because there's a few things to get through, and it's hot, and you might have forgotten. So the Island Living reveal trailer is live now. The expansion is playable here at EA Play, and you can play it at home soon. The It Gets Better Pride content starts rolling out, and in a few weeks, and the Moschino Stuff Pack comes out later this summer. So don't forget to check out all The Sims social channels for even more info and launch dates. So that's it for The Sims. It's been an exciting day here with so much news. I can't wait to join the Fan Fest and get my hands on the Island Living expansion pack. So from all of us here, goodbye. We'll see you later.
Thank you all for watching EA Play 2019. We hope you enjoyed all these exciting reveals. Skate 4, I'm sorry, we just ran out of time. I'm Greg Miller, and I'd say I had a lot of fun hosting this show, but that, of course, would have been a lie. This has been the worst. I've been yards from all these great games, haven't been able to go play any of them. Now's my time. If you're in Los Angeles, come out and see everything we've got for you in person. If you're not in Los Angeles, or you're just lazy, like me, don't worry, because these games will be in your hand before you know it. This has been EA Play 2019. I'm done? I can go play now? All right, great. Let's get going. Where's my Sherpa? Where's Snowbike Mike? Snowbike Mike, come on. What are we going to see? What do we got to see?
Hi, guys. How are you doing this day? Isn't this day a wonderful day to be having? All right, Yoshi. I would like you to tell me what you thought of that conference in 4 emotes. Ready? Yoshi! I can't do the sound effect. I'm sorry, guys. All right. This is it. This is it for today. It's actually not white. Jake Servo. It's green. Can't you tell? Yoshi. Yoshi. Anyways. Yeah, the flutter. The idea was, Yoshi, try, fall to death. That is my. I know that was probably intended. That probably sounded like a joke, but that is my impression of the EA conference. Don't worry, I'll never put you in my mouth. Oh. Okay. Star Wars. Could be worse. I'm moderately interested. Like, it looks net positive for me. But I do have to say net positive because I'm not super enthused. We'll see. We'll see in November, I suppose. Apex Legends. Nope, that was the worst. Like, I know I joked sort of earlier about them falling and dying. But no, the Apex Legends conference was the worst by far. People who were using wrong buzzwords and incorrect marketing lingo in order to try to generate hype, not hoip, hype, about something where they weren't actually showcasing anything, really. Then we move on to Battlefield. I'll admit, it's hard for me to gauge how good the Battlefield thing was because, I mean, I'm not into it. But at least they were, like, trying. It wasn't as bad as Apex, obviously. It wasn't even close to as bad as the Apex one. But I wish they had shown more. Like, more real. You know what I mean? Like, they showed gameplay for the Battlefield 5 thing, but not really. They showed the same damn trailer over and over. And they had no idea how to talk about the map design. Like, either get someone who knows how to present or someone who knows what map design is to get out there to talk about it. Just a thought. Anthem showed up. And then the world exploded. FIFA. I was prepared to be interested in FIFA. And then they spent like 20 of their 30 minutes going over there. No, a ton of new maps, good senator. Going over there talking, showing a documentary on Volva, or whatever it's supposed to be called. My ball physics will never recover from this incident. So, but at least, you know, well, no, actually, shoot. Now I'm actually struggling to think of something they showcased at FIFA. Other than the documentary. Like, they talked about the new ball physics. And the new, like, they're refining some of the specific mechanics. But I think that was it. So, moving on. Then they showcased Madden. Oh yeah, you can make a new custom... That's right. You can make a custom character. That was a new thing. So then they showcased Madden. Which actually looks pretty good. I'll be completely honest about that. I know you guys are going to just tear me apart. But the Madden thing actually looked legitimately good. They're really embracing the RPG thing. And I think that is the correct move. I really do. They are making actual skills and actual abilities that affect stats and moves a thing in the game. That's a good thing, in my opinion. I also think that finally adding drafts is a good thing. I think they should continue to add other mechanics. Like, I think they should add other mechanics to Madden to continue to flesh that out. I'm with that. I wish they had not brought out the comedian for the FIFA thing, but anyways. What about Codex? Then we moved on to Sims. It's really hard to properly explain my thoughts on The Sims 4. Other than the fact that it's awful. No, see, that fails. That fails. Because that doesn't get across my point. To me, The Sims 4 is like, here, look. Here's a new Sims game. It's worse than the previous game in literally every way. But someday, if you buy everything for it, it might be as good as The Sims 3 already was. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, Laura, that's not fair. The Sims 3 had an inordinate, a stupid amount of stuff you can buy. With the stuff packs and with the actual expansion packs. That's true. But Sims 3 Vanilla, just the base game, was superior, in my opinion, to Sims 4 in every way. And that's the problem. If I have to buy your expansions to make your game better, that's a negative, Civ 5. I love Civ 5 with the expansions. EU4. You get my point? So, I mean, on the surface of it, what they showed is actually kind of like, okay, you know, it looks neat. It looks decent. I'm so sorry, Valerian. I don't mean to be so entitled. Yeah, Civ 5 Vanilla was terrible and broken. Like, literally broken. Not just, like, as in, there was a substantial... Some of you may remember this. In Civ 5, Civilization 5 at launch, there was a bug. So that every single time any automated worker was active, it would track every explored tile to check whether or not it can do anything there. Now, if you don't understand why that's a bug, but that basically meant is every turn as you, the player, explore more tiles, all of the AI's workers would use your explored tiles to look more and more and more, and it would drag the turns out. Gary and I were playing a match one time. This was right after it launched. We literally got to the point, and this is not an exaggeration because we timed this, of about 5 minutes to go from one turn to the next. 5 minutes while it just ran through the dozens upon dozens of workers, each of which was checking the hundreds upon hundreds of tiles. So yeah, no, Civ 5 sucked at launch. Anyways, getting back to Sims 4. So Sims 4, it's like, okay, so they're adding a new locale. Cool, I'm with that. Looks like they're actually adding the neighborhood stuff back in. Cool, I'm with that. You know, they're going with the fantastical, wacky thing. I'm not super into that, as I mentioned earlier, but I'm glad they're doing it. It is kind of a Sims thing. Excuse me. Up. Let's go down here. So I'm kind of with that, right? I'm kind of with that. I'm not going to buy it. I have Sims 3, which already has all the features that I actually like, and I have no reason to pick up Sims 4. So as much as the Sims 4 showing was actually reasonably decent, except for the presenter lady who just made me want to tear my hair out every time she was on camera, I just can't bring myself to actually personally care. Which is kind of similar to what I was talking about with Madden now that I'm thinking about it. It's like, okay, that's getting neat, I guess. Sure. Do you have to buy the expansions for Civ 5 for bug fixes? No. They did actually find and quash that bug. Yes, Skullvag. It is mega dead. I guess that was it? I mean, they had the Anthem thing. Yeah. So let's hang on. So let's pull this up. I'm going to go down here because this is easier. I know. Shut up. Let's get rid of the nest there. And let's get rid of... There we go. So, we've got new mobile game, nope. Awkward pauses, not really. Exclusive, no, that'll be Microsoft. Cyberpunk news, nope. Meme worthy. I mean, there was the balls thing, but I doubt that'll continue. Bullet point looking game. Nah. Super fake enthusiasm. No, we didn't get that far. New game, same name. Nope. Ubisoft, we're not there yet. No real news despite announcement. This is kind of pulling it technically, but I think we could go ahead and put one there, honestly. Because there were several times when they were like, yeah, here's this announcement about this game, and this game, and this game, and this game. With no substantial news there. Awful pre-show. No, we're nowhere. We've seen so much worse. EA showcases a really good-looking game, so this is the one and only chance to get that square. What do you think? Yes and no, respectively, Mighty Mage. Star Wars is the only thing that qualifies in my mind. And even that, I'm hesitant. No, Hariant. I mean, it looks like the game itself is very good. That's what the intent is of that square. In other words, oh my god, I can't wait to play... Blah, 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 blah. Am I excited to play the new Star Wars? No. No, I'm not. And that honestly makes me kind of sad. Like, I'll do a premiere run of it. I'll give it a chance. We'll see. But right now, I have no hoip. It's just, okay. We'll see. I'm worth it. I'm with it. You know. I'm with it. So yeah, I think I agree. I don't think it qualifies. Which, as Takoida points out, there's 4 bingo lines. What else we got here? Audience actually enjoys themselves. I hate to say this, but I think they got that one. The Sims audience sounded like they were legitimately into it. Was that just me? Like, so, the audience kind of came and went, but the Sims audience was actually like, yeah, pretty consistently. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think the Sims audience qualifies. That's just my opinion. So let's go ahead and give them 1 for actually enjoying themselves there. Todd, well, that's going to be Bethesda. Teaser that tells us nothing. No, I don't think that qualifies. We'll probably see something like that either during Bethesda or during Microsoft's run. Real gameplay footage? Nope. Fake gameplay footage? No. Again, both of those are intended to be extremes. Someone actually playing, and something like The Division, like I said earlier. Like The Division, or like Anthem was just the worst example of that. So, no to both. Unexpected great announcement? Nope. Awkwardly using streamers? No, we're not there yet. Metroid Prime obviously doesn't count. Legitimate passion from presenter? Nope. Technical difficulties? Nope. Awkward attempt to cash in on trends? Yeah. If nothing else, that Gay Pride Month thing kind of nailed that there, in my opinion. That was so ham-fisted and so awkward. Just, ouch. You know? No. It's Pride Month. Yeah, I know. And you know, this is the thing. Awkward attempt to cash in on trends. So this, obviously that is the intended purpose of that statement, is to try to get PR points or whatever. But notice they are quite literally selling stuff that you can buy for Pride Month. They are quite literally cashing in on it in the most literal possible way. This is the only one that I don't think is debatable at all right here. Just bam. That's ridiculous. Yeah, the bullying stuff was also bad, but this was just, what are you thinking? Yeah, let's go ahead and update the... let's just save it as a CPT since we're just doing it at this point here. There we go. E3 2019. Boom. No, that barely qualifies for technical difficulties. Teaser that tells us nothing. We didn't really see any teasers, not in the traditional sense of the word. No, a teaser that tells nothing is like, well, to give you an example, Metroid Prime 4. And that's all we got. That's a teaser that tells us nothing. Or Starfield, or Elder Scrolls 6. Both, Elder Scrolls 6 last year. You remember that? Elder Scrolls 6. Da-da-da, and it's totally in production, and that's it. That's a teaser that tells us nothing. So that is it today. I'm reasonably certain. I'm going to double check that. But I'm pretty sure we're done until tomorrow. In fact, so tomorrow... so let's go ahead and chop off the local recording. So